What up, y'all? It's the homie Dame, and you saw the video title, you know what this is about. Today, I'm gonna be talking about one of my favorite video game series of all time, specifically a game about gripping turn-based combat, a game about the power of friendship, a game, of course, about Japanese people. I'm talking about Inuyasha, Secret of the Divine Jewel, the 2007 game for the Nintendo DS.
You got fucking night. Oh my god.
Look at but that game blows, so instead I'm going to talk about Persona 3 Reload. And because I know nobody wants to see me talk about myself for 2 hours straight, I brought some of the biggest Persona fans on the internet, on this side of the Pacific Ocean, to join me. First up, we got Klcoma.
Hello.
What's good, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Look at this, man, with his Twitch TV shirt. Look at his Eevee plushie in the back. I hope I get that in the video.
My little nigga right there. Go on, that's Jared. That's Jared. Not the Subway dude. Jared, but not the Subway guy. That's for sure.
Oh, that's what you named him?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
It's a good name. It's a good name. We ain't talking about that dude.
And we got Sxmmy is here.
You feel me? Go crazy. Persona. I don't have the evoker, but you feel me. You know, you're going crazy.
A gun?
You know what I do have though?
Persona.
Hold up.
Oh, I thought he was actually gonna.
I thought about like a gun or some shit.
Yes, dude. Okay, I saw that in your video. Yes, dude. Oh my god.
What was that from?
Right now, it fits better with a jacket, as you can see from all the Thieves members in the game. You feel me? Like they all had like long sleeve shirts on,
yes,
so it fits.
Yes.
So not today. I'm not gonna wear it, but you know it's fire. Just know it.
Damn, I need something like that for sure.
It's just guys.
All right, but they got channels of their own that I'll link in the description, of course. So check them out because, you know, they make great content that you will probably like if you like my channel.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we're going to talk specifically about Persona 3 Reload since that's the most recent game. It's been out for a minute now. I'm sure a lot of people have had enough time to beat it or come close to beating it. So yeah, we're just going to talk about it on some podcast style shit, right? You can put this video on in the background while you making dinner, while you out at the gym, while you driving to work, whatever. And I'll include timestamps of the topics we talk about because things might get all over the place because guess what? Y'all can't see, but I'm raising up the bottle of liquor to the screen.
Okay.
Hello.
We can't see his camera, guys, but like crazy.
So yeah, let's get into it. And then cut to credits. That's where Major Arcana plays, and it says the homie Damian. All right, so Sxmmy has this is his first time playing anything Persona 3 related, right? You didn't play the original Persona 3.
I played
so
like a good hour or so, but yeah, I haven't. Basically, I didn't play it yet. Nah, I just tried it.
And you also had some spoilers. I'm gonna link his your playthrough in the.
Appreciate it. Go crazy.
That was a good
bro. That was so golly. Oh my god.
I know we got that theurgy part, boy. He was going crazy seeing them theurgies like that.
Yeah. And so, okay, so Sxmmy is completely new to this, but Coma has played, basically, you said you're in December for Persona 3.
Yeah.
But you know what happens in Persona 3, you played the game. And I, of course, have played Persona 3 Reload, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 3 FPS, the original Persona 3. Stop playing with
me.
Did
you play the answer, though?
Yeah, I mean, the answer was part of, I think it was part
and just for the fans in the back, did you play Dancing?
Oh, of course.
And PQ1?
Yes, I played PQ1 and PQ2 before the translations came out. I literally got the bootleg Japanese copy.
Bro, same. I swear, but I couldn't get past Kamoshida because like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand what was happening. I couldn't read it, and then I literally I gave up. I was like,
yeah, bro. I literally bought that shit on eBay for like expedited price. It was like $150, bro. I was like, bro, I'm gonna buy this.
I did ask jailbroke a 3DS for that shit. It was kind of wild.
Damn.
Yeah, so as you can tell, we're all, you know, we're about this Persona stuff, man. We're about it. Yes, sir. So, okay, so just to start out, I want to hear Sxmmy's thoughts first. I want to give I know you talked about it a little bit on your own videos.
Yeah.
Just give me your overall impressions of the game so far. Again, we're talking about specifically Persona 3 Reload right now.
So don't compare it at all to any other game, just in general.
Well, I mean, just tell me what you think of the game. Like, yeah, you can compare it or whatever.
Honestly, bro, you're just about to get
what did you think?
A quick minute of glazing. That shit was just straight
for sure,
man. Like from OSTs, color, night, of course. It's going down now.
We're gonna talk about that.
Like, bro, it's just like I don't want to leave, but at the same time, I'm so obsessed with it. I just had to rush through all of it. I was like, this shit slapped. I went through like 70 hours in a few weeks. Would have been sooner if I wasn't busy working on other content, but that shit was really good, man. I loved all the characters. I felt like, if anything, it was the most unique way they implemented every character into the story. Yet, out of like 3, 4, and 5, personally, Yeah, man. Even up to the ending, like it's just really fire. I do feel like I need the answer to solidify the ending for me even more because it was like left off on such a like.
And we'll talk about that later too.
Yeah, for sure. But overall, that shit was an experience, bro. Like everything just hit for me, man. It was just like I had prayed for it to be. After 4 and 5 hit, and everybody was like, "This one's the best story wise." I was like, "Okay, we'll see about that. We'll see." And it definitely delivered. That shit was fire. I messed with it heavy. For sure.
That's great. Okay. Oh yeah. And by the way, for everybody watching, spoiler alert for Persona 3 Reload. We're gonna be spoiling everything.
Major.
And let's try to keep it like no spoilery, but we're probably gonna end up spoiling Persona 4 and 5 too. So just so you know, just expect spoilers.
I'm trying to be careful, but like that shit kind of crazy.
I know, but let's be honest, we're gonna be.
Hey, bro, you're gonna be.
Especially me. Well, they know how I am. I just be spoiling for no reason, like in videos. I be spoiling shows that aren't even related, dude. All right. So okay. So that's what you think. Now, Como, what do you think as somebody who knows Persona 3? What did you think of Reload is like a remake?
Honestly, it was like the best of both. The only thing I wish they added was the like I kind of wanted the female protagonist and like just her like romance with a little bit from that. That's something that I feel like they kind of missed.
That's a big
we
complaint,
missed,
yeah.
but like I'm not mad at it because this is like I think it's the final thing they're really doing with this IP with Persona 3. So I'm not. Everything else was kind of like added or just a bonus. It's kind of
besides the answer, right?
Yeah, this is like a blessing in disguise for us to even get like an older game remastered and recolored and like in a like newer edition, not like some sloppy like remaster we see in the past other games.
Yeah.
It was such a good experience. Like, and if anybody played Persona, I feel like if you played 5 or Royal, this is like the next best thing to go into. Like I feel like these characters have like such great chemistry. Like the other ones feel like you're there in an ensemble, like they got together, we're friends, shit like that. But these ones like we're forced against circumstances, and we're like we can thrive. You know, we become friends over the circumstances, but like we stay friends because like we have the bond that unites us together. Like that shit was crazy. Even like towards the ending of the game, like it I think nobody really gives a fuck about the protagonist. Like you it's like the silent protagonist or whatever. But like for you, like Makoto, I feel like you really get like a essence of him like towards the end of the game. You don't really know much like what he went through and how he went through it, but like you're like damn. This nigga low key Jesus, no glazing.
I mean, technically, yeah. But
well, yeah, his ultimate persona is literally Messiah.
No, in fact, his friends were saying that like, damn, this is really Jesus next time. Like that.
The way they talk about, you see the way they talk like, without you, bro, I would have never changed. Which is like synonymous of like how people really do change in real life. I feel like all the relationships we go through is like. They feel more realistic. Like all other games, like they're natural. Like you get like from 4 and 5, like they're still good. But like this one really just felt like it. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like more authentic than the others. You know? Like it feels raw. Like this is how shit would happen in real life. If this happened like some fucking shadow experiment or some shit like happened in real life, this is maybe how it would play out low key. Like the other one's like, oh, a little too fantastic. Like it's like just common JRPG shit. Like oh, we're fighting like just some evil villains. Now we gotta fight God. I'm like, huh? How did we get here? But from this one, it felt like, damn, we find the evils of humanity, and the evil is really us. I'm like, oh shit, damn. Our own hearts are like what's really guiding us and making things happen like this. Like our own hubris and our own annihilation. We killed all 12 shadows to get cooked.
yeah, exactly.
Which is like,
and can I just say, Atlus isn't shit, man. You know why? Because the whole month of January, this is my theory. They know that. This game's been out for like what 15 years. Everybody knows the spoiler at the end. Everybody knows Makoto dies at the end. Yeah. So they added so many new events where they make you depressed in January. Every single character's like, "Wow, Makoto, you're the best. I just don't know what I would do without you."
Oh my god.
Like, we love you so much. It's like, wow. Every single conflict, Yukari is like, boy, I can't wait for us to go on a trip together after we beat Nyx. Like Koromaru is like, oh man, when we're done, I think I'm just gonna stick with you after we beat Nyx. And then if you romance like Chihiro, she's like, I planned this trip. I planned for us to spend time together after graduation. It sure would suck if you died somehow, but it's like Atlus added all these events.
Someone said, I'll take this shit to the grave with me. I was like, oh god.
Yeah. Every single piece of dialogue, everything is just reinforcing the fact that that motherfucker gonna die and it's gonna suck.
I like Ryoji's character
but
too,
yeah,
as well.
You mentioned that, Koma. So let's talk about that first. Let's just compare the cast and characters. Let's talk about them for a little bit.
Damn, let's talk. We go with like the main squad, like the C's guys, like C's
let's talk about C's.
Investigation, and then fucking what is the Phantom Thieves actually? Let's talk all of them.
The Phantom Bums. I'm sorry.
Low key.
Don't do that.
Persona 5 is not weak. I don't want to say this, but Persona 5 is not a weak story. I think Persona 5 is literally just like it's like a touring of like modern Japanese, like how society like feels in Japanese society from like Japanese perspective. I think it doesn't connect.
We'll get into that in a bit.
I feel like it doesn't connect like super hard sometimes to Western people sometimes, but like it doesn't invalidate to make it like 4 or 5, just or 4 or 3, like ultimately better, like by anybody's standard. I'm like, no, that's just cap. Like that. There's some writing flaws, of course, I see, but like, don't call my don't disrespect. Like,
we'll
the
get into that when we talk about
Facts.
the story in a bit.
But
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this, Sammy. Since this is your first time playing Persona 3, who are your favorite members of Thieves?
Easily my favorite character and probably my second favorite character
Yukari,
now in the series would have to be Aigis. That development
You
was
did
just
mention that in your playthrough.
amazing, bro. She's like, and that at first I was like,
one of the best social links in the entire franchise.
yeah, bro. I deadass was sitting here like, what is this nostalgia glasses ass waifu right here? That's a robot. Everybody keeps gassing up. Like everybody's like, it's one of the best girls in gaming. I was like, she looks cute, I guess, but like this character's not look all that. Oh my god, she is fire. She like from just comedy down to like, you know what I'm saying, just seeing her growth and like, it just feels so natural. It's kind of scary. Like even with the voice acting from going like robotic in the very beginning to just like her just dropping tears and sounding like an actual human being is just kind of crazy. I feel like I haven't even seen all of her yet because the answer I still have to play it. I really want to play it so bad. I'm just like, yeah, she's an amazing character. She's really amazing. At first, I thought she was even bait because how she was like would not get off this man Makoto from the beginning. Like, oh brother, another one of these. But like even then she was cute when she got introduced. But it was more like more of just she was like as soon as she met this man, she said, "I must stay by you no matter what." I was like, and they didn't give any information on that till like the very end around November.
Oh, you mean like
December.
a waifu bait?
Yeah. And then on the bridge, you see all this stuff like, oh, I sealed this in this man. That's why I feel attracted to him. I have to like keep control of what's in him, growing. Like, you know, it was just kind of crazy. It was really crazy. I was like, this character, golly. Number one wife though, Yukari, easily. She tweaked a few times, but overall, you know, she's very human to me. I love her. Go crazy. But
listen, the tweaking is what makes her fire.
Nah, facts. It's just too real.
Because I don't, and this is no shade towards like Rize or An because they're all good in their own way.
Be careful on Rize, bro. No, just watch.
Of course, of course not.
Lasers.
But you know what? I want to say that Yukari feels the most human out of the 3 lovers because she is like flawed. She acts like kind of bitchy sometimes, but it like, you know, it makes her feel a lot more real. It makes her feel a lot less like an anime uwu waifu. Yeah. But you know, not that it's bad when that kind of thing happens, but yeah, she's great. Isn't Yukari just like she's the best?
Nah, for real, I agree 100%. That's exactly how I
man.
feel. Like she's amazing all around for sure. Like she had her, you know, up moments in the story, her down moments. I mean, obviously everybody did, but just in terms of like even swaying the audience's opinion, like why the fuck did she say that? Oh my gosh, she's such a bitch. That wow, Yukari cares a lot. You know, just it was really crazy to see all of her flaws come out.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, she has so many. Yeah, she has so many moments where she just tweets like where she. I forget exactly when it was when I think it's after you find out that you're all gonna die when the fall comes, and then Junpei is like freaking out, and then Yukari's like, "What are you scared?" And then it's like, why would you ever say that? But that's what makes it good because you know she fucks up. Like that's and she admits it. Like that was a shitty thing to do. Yeah. But it's like, you know, she does things like that.
Nah, for sure. That's why she's a realist. Honestly, like all the girls are pretty damn goated in this game, but for sure, I don't know. Yukari just stands out to me the most. Like.
Misuru,
because
Misuru definitely go to
Misuru
two,
too,
yeah. Like shouts out Fuka, shouts out.
Because I would say this too, that Yukari almost feels like a secondary protagonist to the game. Because if you think about it, she's so tied to the central events of the story with how her father's involved with the Kirijo group. Yeah. And then, you know, she has a similar, because if you think about it, if you had Persona and she was the main character, it would still work as a game. You know what I mean? Like her trying to find out like the mysteries behind what her father was up to,
even to Mitsuru's dad, when it was like, it stood out to me so much when this man on the last day before he died was talking about, especially thank you to you, and then point out to Yukari,
thank you for
like,
as if
she was the MC, like compared to everybody. Right. Crazy.
Yeah. And she's also the bro character of this. Everybody thinks it's Junpei, but the real bro of Persona 3 is Yukari. She's
I'm feeling you, but
I mean,
I don't know,
she's the bro character. She's the bro character.
We have to debate this a little bit because I feel like Junpei definitely, you know,
he's a bro, but he's a tweaker though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna let you cook though. Let me hear you.
Because she's the first person you meet when you first show up there. She's always on the MC side. She always seems like your best friend or whatever. She's always like,
that is true.
she's like your right hand man, kind of like how Ryoji is to Joker, Yosuke is to you. Because remember, I mean, y'all played the game. Junpei Loki don't even fuck with you.
Yeah,
the
no,
game.
he's spitting.
And he's a magician.
But that's what makes him good.
No,
yeah.
facts. He's still
Actually,
going, but it's like it's
actually.
kind of reversed because usually Junpei
Yeah.
should be the character that just like no matter what he's on your
That's
side.
what I'm
he's
saying.
Like, just
you
learn for
you
y'all,
think
like,
he's the bro, like yeah.
Whoa,
You don't even
bro,
get
it must
you don't
have
really
been
get
drink.
close
It
to.
must have been
He
drink.
doesn't even.
That's-
I don't think you even get close to Junpei in like that sense. Like he doesn't tell you about his personality, like any trauma, like at all until like. Maybe the second,
until
the
you
third
do-
linked
if
episode.
you do his linked
the linked
episode,
episode,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
like that's like if you're like mid like August, and like by the time then you're like Yukari's like the one telling you how to do things with Persona. Like Libby asks him, like she's like the team leader when Mitsuru wasn't there too as well. She's like literally.
Yeah, she's always
the one
got your back. She glazes you like the other
she's like,
bros glaze the protagonists.
He's like,
Yeah.
she was fuck with me.
She's the bro character. She's the secondary protagonist.
Damn.
She's your character's bro. She's your.
Damn.
This is just becoming a Yukari glaze
Hey,
podcast.
She is
I'm
the
not-
goat. She is the goat.
I'm so bad at it.
Still
I'm
sadly
scared.
second to Rize. I don't care what people say, but
Second to Mitsuru.
Oh, yeah,
Second to
yeah.
Mitsuru in my
But
book.
Yukari
like,
is still 1,000,000 out of 10. Don't get twisted. It just
she's not my
Rize is
girl
the
though.
best in fiction. I'm gonna stop getting off topic. I just had to put that out there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Man, get-
And we won't talk about the answer because I know Sammy, you haven't played it. yet. You probably wanna be
Damn, as
unsure.
little. Okay, I'm
But
gonna spoil it.
her character, yeah, what they did with her character and the answer is really, really good. in my
Some
opinion.
people don't like that
I've seen
shit.
so many mixed opinions. People talk about
Yeah.
his character assassination.
I know people
People
say
think-
that they don't know what the
people
hell they're
think
talking
And of course, I
answer's
have a
like
lot of
kinda-
Yukari fans in my, my community now. We bonded and shit. And a lot of them talking about,
Yeah.
bro, they just hate that she's realistic. Like, she,
Yeah.
she was put in work. It makes
That's
sense.
really what it is, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see.
And, yeah, for sure. So what do you think about the other members of C's though?
If I could go down the line, Junpei really goated. I feel like he could be close to being my favorite. Like, well, I guess we already established Yukari as a bro character, but he kind of is like that. He could be close to being my favorite, but I feel like Yosuke is still just a little bit. I don't know, just because of how much we just vibe together in the events with him.
Yeah.
But Junpei is definitely like godly ass character too. I really like how real he felt as well, man, tweaking on me and his voice actor, bro. Oh my god, the voice performance from
yeah.
him, dude.
One of the best voice
Zeno
changes
Robinson. Is that
I've
Zeno
ever
Robinson that does Junpei? That shit is.
Yep.
Hey, shouts out to
Man,
Zeno.
that
Zeno
shit
Chan.
was insane.
He was my favorite voice actor in the whole joint, low key.
Mine has to be Yuko, Loki.
Yuko.
Oh,
There were some
yeah,
crazy
yeah,
ones.
she was
Yuko,
good,
I
yeah.
was like, this
You
sounds
love
like
me?
someone actually talking to me on my phone. What is happening?
Yeah, she sounded like a normal ass girl.
Yeah, that shit was scary. Yuko was goated.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Scary.
No, I'm just saying how real it was. Like, I
This
was
man,
like,
she a
holy
little
shit.
too real. Is this AI
I
generated?
get immersed. You feel me? I was like, hold up, this next level.
No,
But-
yeah. Watch his playthrough. It's really he gets into that.
Yeah, that shit was amazing.
If
bro.
you want that real immersion, not that fake reaction shit, go watch Sammy's playthrough.
I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you. But yeah, Junpei definitely godly ass character. Who was next after that? Akihiko. I like him a lot more than I thought I would. Not like I thought he'd be bad, but just more of that man. I don't know. He just stand on business. A lot of his backstory really just hit for me. I was like, damn. And how he was connected with all the characters. I was like, fuck, this is a real ass dude right here, bro. And then yeah, Fuka I like a lot. I do feel like the only thing that they could have done better with the story was implement Fuka in a more important way than just Natsuki as her friend. Now she has other ways she connects and important roles she plays, obviously, but I feel like she's the only one that I feel like what makes Persona 3's cast so godly compared to, I mean, no, I still love 4 and 5, of course, but like in terms of story wise, what makes it so godly is that everyone's like so deeply intertwined in terms of the plot. Like, you know, just every major
Everybody
moment.
feels like they have a stake in the main plot.
Facts. And I feel like Fuka to me is the only one that I don't really feel she as much fits into that. But I don't like her any less for. I still love her, but just more of story wise, I feel like they could have did her a little bit more justice. But she's still
Yeah, I
goated.
agree.
I love her for sure. And who else was there? Mitsuru, straight goat. Like she's kind of like the perfect girl to me. Obviously she has her flaws, but she's fired. That's all I can really say about her. She's goated. She stands on business. Okay, Mitsuru, and then who was after that? Was it Ken?
Did you
No,
say Ken yet?
Shinjiro? Nah, I didn't go over
Shinjiro?
Ken yet. I guess I'll go over Ken. Damn, actually, sometimes I forgot
Ken's
Ken was in
fine.
the squad. If I'm being honest.
He
cool,
is,
though.
but which is kind of crazy because he's like so important to the plot with Shinjiro, but he is kind of the most forgettable, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
him
'cause
or
I can't,
Koromaru.
like-
You know, Koromaru's my dog, but like,
Hey,
Obviously,
don't
in a
fuck
literal
with Klcoma,
sense.
my nigga.
Yeah.
No, I'm not dissing my. Dude, I literally went from. I told you I'm not putting this funky ass dog in my
Like, nigga,
party.
shut-
And then wait before you dislike the video. I apologize. I was like, I take it all back. This is my goat. This is my son. You got it, Coma. I love him. I will take care of him. And he was in my party for like half the game. Goat.
Did you do his walking events where you go?
Yeah,
take
those
him for
were
a
fire.
walking
I
event?
Yeah, I
always
did.
did
Those
those.
were pretty fire.
Oh.
I won't
Did
lie.
you do the final one on the 31st?
Okay, see, that's
You're
where
not
I
locked
was.
in.
Did you
You're not
play
locked
the game, bro?
in. You're
Oh,
not
bro.
locked
Did I
in.
play the game? Stop.
He's
We're
not
not gonna
locked
do
in.
that. We're not
He's
gonna-
not
I'm
a
just not-
fan.
Bro, I was so busy with the other links, like the sun and all of that. Like I was tired. It was 6:30 in the morning, and then I was on Koromaru's. I'm not gonna hold you. I pressed the skip button because random people started showing. I was like, I'm tired. Bro. I was like, I'm tired.
No.
boss.
I'm talking about the
tired.
very last.
the last day.
On the 31st, before you fight Nyx, you can do one last walk with him, and everybody in C's comes with you.
Oh,
That
I
shit
fucked
is-
up. I didn't.
See,
You-
yeah,
you
I
went-
raised
you went
my
straight to
stats.
the-
Play the game.
I just went to the arcade and just like raised my stats. I was
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
Am I
you
not
raised
supposed to
your
prepare
stats.
for the god of death? That's crazy. Like I'm supposed to walk my
You
dog.
should have been prepared.
Like,
the night before.
literally.
Like I was.
You're supposed to
like,
hang out
right.
with your team, but did you do the study events or the group study events?
Hope so.
I did all of them except for near the end, which I wanted to look up. I told myself I would because my knowledge was max. So I was just like, I really want to see this
there's-
dialogue, but I went to go hang out with other social links instead. Like Mutatu and them.
Yeah, see, there's another little mini storyline there where they're like, oh, do we? Because you know how
Whatever.
Mitsuru tells you not to gather at the end. They're like, fuck it, we just got to get together for one
Not to
last study
gather?
session. Yeah, I think it's after that whole thing on the Midnight Bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's like, we shouldn't gather together as a group for a while. And then Yukari or something is like, fuck it, let's just have one more study session. And then everybody shows up and it's another wholesome moment. And you missed it, bro.
Damn.
Like, bruh.
You're not like.
Well,
you're not
that's what
locked
second
in,
place
man.
was.
You're not
I
locked
didn't
in,
miss it
man.
on purpose. I Jane was so invested in those study sessions, but I was like, I need to optimize before I miss other things because like all my stats were just maxed out. I was like, damn.
Well, you missed a lot anyway. You had like 4 confidants maxed out by the end.
Why are you exposing?
Like I had
me?
like
Okay,
2
that was
people showing.
That was
No
so
way,
embarrassing.
only
'cause
4?
I swear a lot of people were at like 7 and 9 and shit. But then I was like, I was hoping nobody would peep during the playthrough. I was like, this is looking kind of rough. It looked like I just said fuck all of them, but like, bro,
That vet Igor was like, damn, that's all you had show up. It was
bro,
like, bro.
I was like,
Strength of your
man.
bonds was nothing, nigga.
I was like, y'all gonna put me on the
That's
spot
cool.
like this? They said, oh, you ain't maxed nothing else out. It was supposed to be like 15 people. I only got like.
Literally. Hey, bro.
Wait, you didn't? Oh no, you did max out the hermit. You maxed out Maya, right?
Oh
but you
my
didn't. You
God.
didn't talk to the people afterwards, right?
No, I did. I just
On
did
the-
some
on
of
the
it
final
off
day
camera.
in March?
No, I did some of it off camera because it was like gonna be really.
So you
long,
saw
but
Miss
yeah.
Torium.
Okay, I'm mad I didn't record that part. It was so
Damn,
early
you
in the
didn't
morning,
fucking-
but that shit had me crying.
That was
I was
fire.
like,
That's like the best scene of the
that
game.
is literally the best scene. That shit had me weak as hell. That
That's how
scene
the
camera
made me
froze.
so
I
mad
think
that I
the
couldn't romance her. Not that I would over Yukari, but it was just like it's a second playthrough type shit. You feel me? But yeah, that was.
Hey,
that was
yeah,
crazy.
you know what they say. She walked so Kawakami could run.
Hey, if you know, you know.
It's debatable, but like they're both a golly. They're both a golly.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's that boy? What's that Kenji shit? Oh man, I love this confidence.
I thought Kenji,
So,
Kenji
did
was
you men-
originally talking about her that he was trying to get with. I was like, bro, that's
Miss
all me.
Emery.
Get off. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, it was somebody completely different. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
love me right now, bro. I had a
Because I even think didn't he say that he was disappointed he was in Toriumi's class instead of the
Emery-
actual
Emery
teacher?
yeah,
Bruce.
that's when I realized that that wasn't who he was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Damn.
damn, you missing out, bro. She kind of, you know what I'm saying? She got some sauce.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
But yeah, and then there was
Wait, who else did you mention? Shinjiro.
Shinjiro, really fire ass character. I'm actually sad that I have to go back through my second playthrough and get through more of his social link. I didn't get through a lot of that, but
It's
still,
linked
hit,
episodes?
all the scenes with him just hit,
linked
man.
episode?
In his gameplay,
Damn.
yeah, I didn't get through his linked episodes, sadly.
Bro.
Y'all know what's crazy? If you play Portable, you can and you romance
saw
him as the
that.
female.
You can save him.
He
Yeah.
goes in a coma or
survive.
some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that.
I don't know.
feel
I don't.
about
Yeah, I
that,
don't think
but
that's like
it's cool.
Like if I feel like it's a good
because I don't know how I feel about Chidori surviving too. If you do Junpei's linked
yeah,
episode,
it doesn't hit the same.
I don't know how I feel.
I feel
about
like
that.
it messed up some of the central themes of the game a
what?
little bit because like it's kind of
Actually, no, I read that in
Yeah.
a comment. Yeah, someone told me I could have possibly not saved Chidori. I thought that was like just a part of the plot. But
Yeah, no, if you don't do Junpei's thing, no, because remember the only reason she survived is because you give him those flowers that she put her life energy into or whatever, and then she reabsorbed the energy.
oh yeah,
then from
that
the
moment
flowers.
was crazy. I was like,
Chidori.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which is cool. They gave a good explanation for it, but I'm like, I should just keep her dead, man.
yeah.
Facts. That shit was
I don't know. I feel like it
if you-
rewards
yeah.
people though. It rewards people for you know what I'm saying, getting deep
Doing-
into the social links and really like exploring and doing.
No, for sure. Yeah,
social
it feels good when you know that your decision as a player made it like
change
because you
things.
put the effort in to do their social link. Now they
And they didn't make it obvious
that
that it was going to, you know what I'm saying, make that effect.
Yeah.
But I feel you too, because it's like, you know, double-edged sword. It's like at the same time it does take away from the story a little bit and the stakes in it.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick before I go over the other characters, did anybody else agree that Takaya should have got a way worse death? Like, he did way too much and got off so easy compared to everybody else. Like,
I mean,
y'all
he
disagree?
got devoured by shadows.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I
kinda-
mean, I never really.
They did
That's
not
not that
show- well, I
disagree. I
didn't-
just
I
never
didn't
really
care
thought
that
about
much.
it too much.
I didn't know he got devoured by shot. He literally shot Junpei, bro, and Shinjiro, and then just casually, like, even Jin blew himself up. Like, this nigga Takaya
That
just
one.
laid on the floor.
I mean,
and just, I was
what,
like,
what
oh,
would you
brother.
rather have happened? You want like Koromaru to eat him alive
I want
or
someone to
something?
accidentally kill him, or if Nick's like kill him in front of us, like step on him while he's about to attack us. I'm like, you know what? You're valid for that. On some shit, you know. The one thing, it's like that typical trope. The one thing he was praising, and then it just kills his ass. Like that would have been fire. It's all good though. You know?
Yeah.
Either way, I just hate.
Oh
Takaya.
yeah, one of those moments where he's like, Nix, I finally brought you
Yeah,
into the
and
world, and then
then
Nix
Nick's
just
like,
slots him aside.
Slots
Yeah,
him off
whatever,
the
bro.
thing,
Get
like-
out of here.
Nigga, you never mattered.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
No, watching him fall off the tower would have been crazy.
Hey,
Yeah, like
that was there for
Shinjiro,
my boy.
Kutsuki or whatever.
Shinjiro, insane character. Is there anyone else I'm missing? I think I went over everybody.
Yeah.
There's 9 cast. No, it was like 10 with Shinjiro. Shinjiro, Fuka, Ken, Koromaru, Yukari, Junpei, MC. Damn, I'm missing a few.
I think you got everybody. I guess.
I guess yeah. Whenever
I think you got everybody.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Like, overall though, like bro, honestly, I'm sorry, man. I can't think of one bad. Morgana's debatable. One bad, character in the cast.
Hey,
in the
not too much on
Persona-
Morgana,
You're
bro.
right.
That's my
'cause
guy, bro.
I
Not
hated
too much on-
Morgana, but then in the final scenes of Persona 5, I was like,
When that nigga was getting cooked, he said,
yeah,
"With Joker,
I'll
I'll see
get
you
off- get
later."
off
I
Morgana,
was like,
bro.
"Nah."
I ain't gonna try and go too much into Persona 5 right now unless we end up on that topic. But like, yeah, definitely, I respect him more after the end. I do. You know, that's still a homie
Okay.
for sure. Just the least favorite out of Persona
Okay.
series for sure, though. That's for sure. But
Okay,
I
so
named you
now I
one
want to
more.
ask Koma, since you already know Persona 3, did Persona 3 Reload like give you any new perspective on any characters? You think any different about any characters than you did before?
Not really anything different. They all like kind of appear the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was.
They didn't change much,
Yeah.
but I feel like some characters changed a little bit. So you let me know what you think.
I feel like the changes were like in like a slight, like I really haven't, like the last one I played 3 like FES, or was I think it was FES on my computer like in 21, I think. So it was like this like 4 years ago. So it was a good. I don't think I really saw any like distinct changes. And that time I feel like when I played it, I didn't really like. I was just playing like, oh, it's Persona. I was just like, I kind of like ran through it in a way. So I wasn't really looking at character details like that. But like, of course, I know like the
Persona
main squad
fan.
shit.
It's like, no.
But I just kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I was skipping out like a motherfucker. Let me honest, I was like, yeah, blah blah blah, yeah. Let me get to the next day, bro. I'm trying to.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
To some, okay.
Cut him out the video, bro. Cut his mic
Some
off.
niggas
the
be-
text from the read that was a voice. He said,
like the emperor, I was like, this nigga is such a nut. I like it wasn't. I think he's the emperor in this one. But the student council, what's his name? I was like, this
Oh,
nigga
yeah.
is a nut.
Oh,
I like,
yeah,
I like,
yeah, those
I was
two.
like, you're
It's like vice
Yeah, I was
president.
like, nigga, can you shut
hard
the
out.
fuck
Odori.
up? I was like, shut the fuck up, low key back
Nah,
then. But,
get off him, man.
But
That's
I
my
fuck with
guy.
him and like in real life. I was like, you know what, bro? I think
Oh,
I got it.
yeah.
Also, like, I feel like when I played it as like a little bit younger, I was like. Well, I guess like 21, but like 25 now. I'm like, I guess I took a more appreciation from the characters and saying like in the grand themes of like the story. I was like, damn. This,
You're saying this time
Yeah,
around?
this time I was like really
Okay.
investing myself in like the each aspect of it. Like I did like almost every linked episode. Every time I could hang out with somebody, I was literally talking to them. Like you saw when I played with you that one time, I just kind of like speed through some dialogue. But I was like, if it was by myself, I'm like, man, this is just. It wasn't. I don't think there's any like distinct changes I can really point out to like that made me like, oh damn, that's so different. But more or less, it's just. I guess I just like really took an ounce of appreciation for what the story is trying to tell. Like I
Well, I mean,
can't
like,
say
did your opinion on any character change? Like, you know what I mean?
no Sxmmy, I think. What's his name? The star. The
Oh,
star.
the moon?
the moon or star? Was it?
Moon, I got it.
That nigga is.
You talk about the gourmet king,
He
right?
is by far the worst in the old one. I think he is by far the worst.
He's the worst social link in the entire
Wait,
franchise.
didn't
He's
he
the
hit a
worst.
moonwalk or some saucy shit?
This
in his
nigga. bro.
Yeah, and he's like getting memed now.
Yeah, it's cool
That's
now.
kind of
How
hard,
quirky.
though. That's kind of
He's
hard.
cool
though.
now. I like how
I
they-
wasn't there to see it. Fuck him. But like,
Oh, you saying you like him now?
I like him a little bit more now. I think I take a better look at him. I was like, damn.
Okay.
I was like,
I'm assuming it's because of
that
voice
story
acting,
was
right?
like-
I feel like that
Yeah,
brought a
his
lot more
voice act-
life to the
his-
social links.
Sure, I can see that. Yeah,
For sure. And also just like I feel like his story was pretty enjoyable. I was like, damn, I kind of fuck with you like that.
Yeah,
And
I
also
can
the
see
fucking son, I did not give a fuck about the Kareem, whatever his name is, doing the first.
Oh,
I was like,
cut his mic, cut
I
his
did not
mic,
give a
cut
fuck
his
about the
mic.
nigga
Dude,
in the OG.
dude.
But like I care
I'm
about.
sorry
no,
to
wait,
everybody
no,
who's
wait,
watching.
wait,
I got the wrong person on
Trust
video.
me,
I
I
said
would be
that.
the quickest to call that social link if it was fraudulent. That shit was pretty valid.
But like,
That
no,
shit
no,
was-
like
that
that's
shit
what I'm
was
saying.
sad.
Like
Like-
in real, like this one, I was like, damn, this shit real as fuck. This nigga's tough. I love this
Okay,
shit.
we'll
I
let
was
him
like,
cook. We'll let him cook.
I was
He's
like, this shit is
I'll let
fire.
him cook.
I was like, this shit is fire. I was like,
Okay.
okay, damn, this is really like on the real highest game. Like, it gave me like such an appreciation for like, just life again. I was like, damn, like, am I taking my shit for granted?
It really
like,
did, yeah. Because
really,
I
like,
mentioned this in the tier list video. He's like the perfect encapsulation of the themes of the game, right?
Yeah, I think that might be one of my favorite arcanas. Like maybe. That they've done that I've really
sure.
seen like
Yeah,
in
it's
this
one of
game.
my favorite social
like that
games.
and like maybe the monk like because it was funny because he was trying to get back, he was drinking, a monk drinking was always like a peace drinking is always like a funny motif in like fiction.
Oh, yeah,
and then like
yeah.
you see him get his face like actually I'm gonna put the bottle and just I'm gonna work on myself and do better. I was like, okay, that's kind of fire. Like talking to those people,
I'm surprised you didn't finish that one, Sam, because you started it pretty early.
you didn't finish
He
the
kept
monk.
talking shit during all my videos. I was like, all right, listen here, bitch. Like,
Yeah,
he want to be
yeah,
cool
nigga.
off camera.
Oh.
He want to be cool off camera when I'm just chilling, like, oh, what's up, Utatsu? Just crack a couple jokes. I turn on the camera, like, hey, what's up, Utatsu? He's like, oh, big ugly ass. I'm like, oh, brother. Like,
Nasty ass
he
kid.
has cooked my haircut or something last time. I was like, okay,
What
bro,
the fuck is
you
that?
got me fucked up. He said that mop on your head. I was like, yeah, you know what? They should have
But-
I wish you were awake during that 1 hour. What was it? That one boss fight where the escapade got taken over. I wish you were awake during that shit and you were in there. But it's cool, Mutatsu. Since you want to switch up, act crazy,
The hermit one.
insane.
Like I said, like the changes were like they were noticeable, but like in my eyes, I feel like this is like a new experience again, like playing the game. Like the same story beats kind of played out the
For
same
sure,
way.
it felt that
but
way
it
for me
felt
too,
like
yeah.
just I guess all the voice acting, like the musical change, really like the things I really noticed. I was like, damn, this shit is amazing. Like it's really like I'm playing like I feel like I'm playing a new game. Like this is like the redefined edition. Like this is like the standard we should play for now. Like the stuff they took out, I'm like, yeah, and some dialogue changes are like necessary. Like some people want like Yukari to sound a little more meaner and like more grittier. I was like, she already sounds like she.
He saw my tweet. He saw my tweet.
I didn't see your tweet. I was like, she sounds fine, nigga. Like she was not that damn bad.
man.
Like
It grew on me. It grew on
was,
me.
It was
It
a little
grew on me.
annoying, but like I was like, I don't care if he calls me like fucking names.
It
Like
grew on me,
she's
yeah.
cool, and also I think they did a good like characterization of like everybody like throughout the game. So you didn't need like dialogues to like make it more poignant or meaning. Like they said what they said in the lines they got, and that's all that needed to be said.
Yeah.
Didn't need to like didn't add any
Yeah, yeah.
fluffer or anything that make it feel like it's bullshit. Like it felt compact and nice. Also. Fuck them niggas for making that damn. What's that DLC shit? That $35. That's the only thing I'm mad about. That 35 DLC. I paid $100 for the game.
The
Paid $100.
you like the pass,
The
right?
pass.
Where it's like, hey, we'll
What are you
give you
thinking?
these 2 bonus tries. Did you
Yeah.
want to hear take over while you fight? Well, no, they already have take
Like
over.
they had like the
I think it was
music
I
that shit.
believe and all that. Like those.
I believe, yeah, I believe is it. I believe.
See,
It's like, I mean, cool.
That
but-
trailer did have me hype as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, but it still was. Yeah, it's still such a scummy practice.
hey, I can't wait to play. I want to. I
Well,
want to talk
I
about
mean,
the
it's
answer.
gonna be on Game Pass.
I low key
so,
want to talk about the
I'm
answer,
not
but you
tripping.
know, I'll. We don't talk about that. When you play it again, I kind of want to talk about that with you. Like, how do you feel about
Okay,
it? 'Cause, like,
like, you know, I
They
want
have-
to normalize us all posting Persona content. If y'all want it, please support the video.
No, for
silent
sure.
button, you know,
Well,
like-
I think you're
For sure. Yeah.
because like
yeah,
because
yeah.
there's like another element.
We'll talk about it later because I feel like the viewers, I mean, might not have watched or played the answer to, so I don't want to spoil.
like,
Ah,
yeah, bro.
okay. It's interesting.
I-
'cause-
But yeah.
My bad. I don't want to
Yeah.
cut you off. Right? Were you finished about?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
I
Go ahead,
had something I want to ask y'all on the since we're on the topic of like you know what I'm saying OSTs from the DLC and stuff. How do y'all feel
Sure.
about the soundtrack? Is I feel like undeniably golly for a lot of the new music. How do y'all feel about a lot of the remix soundtracks that were like updated for Reload compared to the original?
I didn't like him at first.
Let me just say this right
I didn't
now.
like him.
Want to be close? One of the top walking around themes in the series, the new remix.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Okay.
remember. Oh no,
I don't
know
like
shit.
that. Want to be close?
Wait, you don't like the older one, right?
No, I do like it, but you said like which remixes feel better, right?
Yeah. So you think the remix is even better than the older one for the one to be close?
Yeah.
Damn,
Maybe a hot take.
I can't really compare them. I don't really. Yeah,
You know that
I
song?
did hear a lot of Persona 3 soundtracks before this, but that's not one. Well, I did in like the dancing games, whatever, I think, but yeah, I haven't really just listened to it straight out. I'm not gonna lie, that track, I loved it a lot, but it got older to me quicker than Changing Seasons did, I think. If that's a different track, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Changing Seasons, like
Okay.
the whole time, it was just banging. Like,
Oh,
I
so I thought you
preferred
said
that
that.
one. Want to be close as fire.
That's one of my favorites. I mean,
I just want to say that, you know, but
No, for sure.
I
for
think,
me,
you know,
yeah, I feel like we should go
Because
over most
Persona
of them.
4s is still my favorite. That shit is
Oh, don't
Well,
get
now
me
that
started.
I say it, I can't even remember
What's the
it right
Persona?
now.
What is
dude.
it? I'm thinking of June's goddamn thing.
The walking around theme.
Fuck no.
I'm exposing myself as a fraud right now because I literally
know
said
them.
it's my favorite
the drink.
walking
I
around
swear it's the
track.
drink. It's literally the best OST
It's the
of all video
it's the-
game
Yeah,
history,
no,
bro.
for sure.
Is
For
it
sure.
Pursuing?
Okay, there's Signs of Love.
This
that's
is my
nighttime.
favorite
Shadow
Persona.
World?
Signs of Love
This is
nighttime.
embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Let me look
Time
at
to
it.
make
Don't look it up.
Time to
Don't
make
look it up.
history?
Don't embarrass yourself. You're gonna make it worse.
no,
You just
okay,
gotta you
okay.
gotta show it's a lapse
Okay,
of
okay.
judgment, head ass.
If I hear the melody, I'll be able to
Is
figure
it like-
it
is it
out.
Signs of
This
Love.
is
No,
really
no,
my-
no, no. Signs of Love. Signs of
No,
Love.
no,
No, that's nighttime.
No.
Curse? God, I don't know.
This is embarrassing,
Don't look it
y'all.
up.
This is
Don't
lock
look
in,
it up,
lock
bro.
in.
Don't look it up. Okay.
I'm looking
okay,
up.
okay.
I'm looking up. Fucking.
No,
Stop
don't.
looking up,
Hold
Please,
on.
bro. Please, bro.
Bro, it's
Ed's
got.
gonna
We gotta
lie.
remember. I don't remember it.
You're
What
fact checking.
We'll lose
You're
it like
fact
our
checking.
credit.
Oh my
You're
god.
fact
Oh my god. There's
Okay,
another
thank
one
you. You
I feel
saved
like-
us. You
Yes,
saved
Don't
sir.
worry,
us.
I
We're
can
about to
know
look
what I'm
I
saying.
could just see everybody like our credibility falling
like,
on the
It's the
screen.
These
drinks,
niggas
man.
don't-
I'm telling y'all, like, you know, just bear with us.
Yes, that is my favorite walking around during the day like social link track. Yeah.
Damn. I still like.
Man.
I like the Persona 5 one the best. I like either the Persona 5 or the Colors of the Night at night.
Really?
I swear to God.
You talk about Tokyo
Wait,
Daylight.
oh
Okay,
my
are we
God.
talking about day themes or night themes? Because, like, day, I'm not
Beneath
gonna
the
lie,
Ma-
Personas is
I was just talking
fire.
about day themes.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I was
I
talking
think
about
Persona
day
5 might be just barely.
Tokyo
the
Daylight.
closest.
Yeah, Tokyo
Daylight
is
is fucking heat,
kinda-
but it's like compared to the
I
others.
love Tokyo Daylight,
like,
especially on that dancing game.
Okay, don't get done. This gets fired.
bro, Morgana was going crazy in that dancing game.
Stop functional, nigga. What you doing?
But
on
I
that
definitely
floor?
feel like, damn. Nah, I feel like Tokyo Daylight is still, if we have to compare it to other Persona daytime themes, I feel like it's the weakest.
Yeah, but not,
nighttime
It's not
theme?
not by
bad.
much.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
say
definitely,
they're
like I
all
said, this is just by
yeah.
Persona standards. It'd smoke any other game, to be honest. But
What's the best
Yeah,
night?
for sure,
Do you
for sure,
think
for sure.
Beneath the Mask or Colors of the Night better?
Dude,
That's such a hard
I'm
one.
gonna say when I heard Color Your Night, bro,
Was
I was shocked at how good it was, dude. I was like, I cannot believe I'm hearing something this fucking good.
I'm not gonna hold you though. I still think Beneath the Mask is like just barely better. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I feel like
that's fine,
recency
but
bias will
I-
take
I
over me for
love-
Color Your Night. I deadass was listening to Color Your Night, the 10-hour loop version, going to sleep last night. So trust me, I ain't a hater. That shit is godly. But
That might be
Yeah.
one of the best
That-
hooks. Like,
I'm all down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
bro.
man.
well, aside
Lotus
from
juice.
what's this shit called? The battle theme. Oh my god, this drink is hitting me.
Going down?
Credibility dropping. Credibility.
Bro,
dropping.
I already stated it early in the video. I swear I did.
Going down?
Right. Lock in, y'all. Lock in.
Going down?
What's the battle theme called? Oh, it's
You
going
said
down.
battle
Yeah, it's going
for
down.
which
now.
game?
Going down?
Yeah. I feel like that one's the best hook, but Call Your Night
Oh,
definitely got
okay,
second
okay.
for me. That shit is crazy. You know what's one that I was actually a little bit upset about the remaster, I guess you'd call it, of the track compared to the original? Battle for Everyone's Souls, bro. That shit was banging when I was playing it, and then
Yeah.
I like, because the official
can see
version
that.
wasn't on Spotify, right? So I was like, I was just looking it up, and then I got the Persona 3 version. That version, I'm sorry, that shit is way crazier. It feels, I don't know, it feels
Yeah.
darker to me.
I can see
I
that.
I was
I can
like,
see that.
bro, I had to I replayed the boss since I heard that shit and played that music because I was just feeding over it so much. It was crazy. That shit.
I can see that.
Yeah.
No, I can see that. Yeah.
That and I think.
but-
My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I thought you were done.
Oh, I was
keep
just
going.
still going over like the remixes. Mass Destruction, I don't think it's as bad as everyone else says, but for sure I do think the older one is. I think the newer one, the rapping is better. The older one, the singing is better.
Yeah, the singing. Yeah, it had to grow on me a little bit. I think it's
Yeah.
fine now, but at the beginning, I was definitely one of those people who were like,
Ew.
No,
run
Loki,
it
same.
back.
Yeah, I
run it
agree.
back.
Definitely the baby. I was like, eh.
It-
But then
it
that
did
shit
the
got
same,
crazy. It definitely, I don't know.
I mean, it grows on you after you play for like 70 hours, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hearing it every
I
time.
prefer the original.
I think what
But yeah, so since we talked about the characters, since we talked about the OSTs for a bit, let's talk about the story itself. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
we're gonna go through it, y'all. Lock in if you're watching this. Hopefully, you're at the gym listening. Hopefully, you're in your car.
Let's go crazy,
We're
y'all.
gonna talk about the story of Persona 3, which is people say is its strongest point.
For sure.
So again, I'm gonna start with Sammy again since this is your first time experiencing it. Overall impressions of the story. Let's start out with that.
The story for me, you know, I've never rated a Persona game lower than 10 out of 10. I will say it was like really insane. The only thing I will say also though is that I don't think the gap between Persona 3 and 4 and 5 story is as big as people say. I just think a lot of people feel that way because it's a lot darker, but I feel like the quality is still very similar, but I do think Persona 3 is just barely better. But I also feel like I can't comment on the whole thing yet because I need the answer to solidify the ending a lot more for me. Because right now, while I like the ending, I feel like 4 and 5 was definitely better for me because it's just like a definitive answer. And I get leaving endings ambiguous. I mean, that wasn't even ambiguous. That was obvious, but it was like, it just felt like they didn't want to say it for some reason. I mean, I don't know. I guess you don't have to verbalize everything. A lot of it's obvious, but I don't know. It just felt.
You talk about like
confusing.
the ending, right?
Yeah, because while I got the information later, and at first I thought someone gave me fake spoilers because I was like, this man doesn't.
I know. I watched your video. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you for not understanding.
It seemed like he might be in a coma, falling asleep. He had a smile on his face. I don't know. It was a
and
bit
when the
confusing.
game first came out, y'all don't know this unless you were around 15 years ago. That's what people thought too when they played just OG Persona 3 before the answer, before any of the remakes. They were like, oh, did he die or did he not die? That was like a thing back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, you really need the answer there.
I feel like if I didn't get any spoilers, I would have definitely thought it was a coma over everything.
For sure. And I mean, I wouldn't even blame somebody if they thought that he didn't die and just like fell asleep. Or
I thought that was a possibility for sure. He's smiling. He was smiling, bro. I was like damn, he's chilling.
Yeah,
he's just happy.
You done good, Hasselhoff type shit, you know.
Yeah, but the story very immaculate. I feel like that. Actually, you know what? While I still feel like it made up for it so much near the end, I will also say I think the pacing is easily. I mean, this is very common. Everyone agrees on this, but pacing is kind of weak in the beginning. They could have like I don't know adjusted it a little bit.
I agree.
You know? I don't think they should have changed what happened in the original Persona 3. They should have stayed faithful. But in general, if there was any improvements, I for sure think the beginning could be a little more enticing. You feel me? But other than that,
that's one of the biggest criticisms. It's rough because like those first few months before I'd say you like get to Fuka in your party, like nothing happens. But
that's what made me wait for a possible remake. Yeah.
But I mean that was fine with me because I've already played the game. So when I was replaying it, I'm like, okay, whatever, more chances to grind out my stats, whatever. But I could see somebody playing this as their first Persona game for the first time and then being like, bro, when is something gonna happen? Which that's a fair criticism.
I know people
it's
like
whatever.
That, but it's still amazing though. It's for sure got the biggest payoff I feel like of every game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, once you get to like fall with October, you know, especially with the stuff with Shinjiro.
I do one more comment I want to make in terms of story. I do think that Loki, while Persona 3 is like the darkest, like just overall, I for sure want to say that I think 4 and 5 have moments that rival it in terms of darkness. Especially 5. I don't know. To me, still the darkest moment in the series that scared me and made my skin crawl is like when I saw every Phantom Thief member, spoiler alert, sitting there, quote unquote, dying and dissolving and screaming in front of me. I was like,
when Mementos fuses with the real world.
Like, bro, I had never felt such chills playing a video game in my life. And then in Persona 4, when I thought Nanako fucking died, like fucking, and she can die. Nah, man, I like. For sure. Yep. 3 gets all the praise for what it has done right. I just want to say, I do think for sure it was a little bit overhyped in terms of, not the game overhyped, but the statement of 3 just blows 4 and 5 with the water. I don't agree with that. But I do think it is the best story out of the 3 for sure. I think
people who say stuff like that, they just talk.
Oh yeah, the OG fans. Yeah, they just talk. You know, it's like SMT fans will probably get on all the Persona fans like, you don't know nothing about that Nocturne, bitch. Cut it out.
You don't play SCB5. I'm like,
I was like, you really like Persona 5? Just wait till you play Persona 3. Like,
you're corny.
Yeah, but amazing story.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I mean that beginning part was definitely
rough,
a little weaker, but what is and you messaged me about this on Discord, but you were talking about when they go on that trip and then you have Yukari and Mitsuru.
I still think that was
tell us about that.
I still think that was
about
uncalled
that.
for. Like, if someone, like I said, even when the answer comes out, I'm gonna keep it a buck if I think she's tripping. Like, I get being human, but that just felt even weird in terms of writing for me. Like, Yukari just slapped this shit.
So if you don't know what he's talking about, he's basically talking about the school trip where Mitsuru's just recovering from her dad's death.
And she slaps. Oh yeah, the things outside the hotel.
And by the way, this is also support for her being the secondary main character, because normally it'd be the protagonist to bring somebody out of their funk, but it's Yukari and the main character isn't even involved, right?
That's facts.
But yeah.
Fitting. Holy shit. That's
So yeah, so if you don't remember, they're by like they're on their school trip, and she smacks Mitsuru.
Yeah.
Which this man Sammy took a little issue with.
Like, and I'm not even one of those dudes that gets triggered over anime, and they'd be like, "Why does the girl always hit the dude?" Like, oh my god, I hate this bitch. But yeah, that moment, it just felt so out of place. I was like, that didn't even feel realistic to me. Me personally, like I don't know, Mitsuru, she definitely has a very soft side. But like, I feel like genuinely, if you wanted to actually write that, Mitsuru would have fought her ass. Like, on some, like, she's sitting there venting, like she needs to get her shit together. But I feel like you could have verbalized it, just smacking her, and then she's like. But it did make a little sense. I will say it makes a little sense because Mitsuru's always been, sheltered. Like, she's been through some rough shit, but I will say she's probably never experienced anything like that. So it's like she is sitting there from shock and maybe taking everything in. So I will give them credit for that. But it's still just, I don't know. I didn't like how it just still felt jarring to me as a viewer. I was like, it made me question Yukari a little bit. I was still, I'm glad they became friends after. It made me feel
you question
what?
Oh, so you're questioning Yukari, but you're saying you question Mitsuru's reaction, right?
Yeah, I question basically both of them. I was
and
like,
so
yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you why I disagree. And Koma, I want to hear what you think too.
Okay.
So if you did Mitsuru's social link all the way through, right? You both did, right?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
So one of the biggest things with Mitsuru is that the whole game, she's like the top dog, right? She's the real leader of Seas, right? Makoto's the field leader, but she's the leader, like the leader, right? She's the head of the club. She's always in control. She's the top dog. So these moments where we get to see her show a little bit more of a vulnerable side, I think show her true personality.
Yeah, she's very meek.
At the end of her social link, when her fiance or whatever, like Donald Trump Jr. comes over, like talking about some, hey, just stay in line. You got to be my wife or whatever. She kind of folds, Loki, right? If you remember, she's kind of a little shaken. If you don't back her up, and that I think the juxtaposition of that, of her showing a little bit more, and it's only because they established her as such a strong character beforehand. I think it's really good that they show her being a little bit more vulnerable, and that's the same thing with Yukari, because you're right. You think like, she's supposed to be like the ice queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody steps up to her, you'd think that she would like put him in her place. They always say like, oh, she's gonna execute you, head ass, like, or whatever. Yeah. But when Yukari kind of steps up to her like that, I think even Mitsuru is kind of taken aback, because she's like, damn, did she really just pull that? Like, damn, like,
he said her dominance.
But yeah. But I also agree with you that I think Yukari was tripping too. I think she was tripping to smack like that. But that also that's also consistent with Yukari's character, because we know she can tweak sometime, right?
Be abrasive,
like we know she's a tweaker, so it's like. It just happened to work there, but it's like, yeah, that's maybe you shouldn't smack somebody whose father just died.
She's venting about it, and she hasn't gotten to vent to anybody. Yeah. I think the number one thing that just sat wrong with me, like, it makes sense when I look back at it a lot. Like what you said, 100%, I agree. I guess the only thing that still just does not set me right is I don't think realistically in any sense you would still become friends with someone like that. But I guess like there's a rare occasion I could see like. I don't know. She like appreciates that people go out the way to do all that. Yeah. Like she's putting herself out there.
That's the thing. I think Mitsuru appreciates that Yukari is real with her, because the whole thing like before that is that Yukari and Mitsuru, they're kind of like cold towards each other. Yukari's always like, I don't know about Mitsuru, bro.
They're like the opposite ends of each other, I guess.
Because her whole problem with Mitsuru is that Mitsuru was never open with C's, right? Mm-hmm. And so when Mitsuru finally opens herself up to her, Yukari is like, all right, now I can like treat her like I would treat one of my homegirls, so I'm gonna smack her ass or whatever. Yeah. And that's kind of what brings them together, because Mitsuru is like, okay, she's treating me like one of her homegirls, and Yukari's like, oh, okay, she's finally being real with me.
Be honest,
Yeah, but I want to hear what.
I actually agree. I changed my opinion.
I was about to explain it to you. I was like, what you about to say? I was about to explain. Like, I think that was a good thing. I don't think Yukari was tweaking. Like, truly, like, of course, hitting somebody for like things somebody knows, like, that's kind of wild. But I feel like, in situations,
she's lucky it worked.
But like, I think in situations like people need that amount of like realness. Like, I would even use my own real life experience to say like that could happen. Like, if I was in like if I was tweaking that hard, like. I can't like function like my controls, like my father, my past has happened, something like that. You need somebody to bring you back to reality and like show you like, hey, we still got a lot to do. This is not over yet. We need you to be in the position. This guy kind of it gave you that thing. So when she hit her, I was like, damn, I was like, that's real as fuck, girl. I was like. Show up. For sure. I was like, hey, you didn't have to smack the fuck out of her like that. Like, damn, that's kind of a little hard.
You hear me on Carlo, I'm not your friend.
But at the same time, like, in situations, like I said, that's why, like, in some situations it would work, but like, not in all situations. It's not one equates to all kind of situations. It's just like these people have like such a juxtaposition of personality. Like these two people are like kind of opposites in a way. Yukari is like very vocal and loud, and Mikiko's very soulful. Like even her idea persona, the mask she has behind, is the Ice Queen. Like her powers are ice. She's the strongest user. But Yukari's like free, like wind. Like she's free. She's allowing herself to be able to be open with people. She's not afraid to like take love and take hurt. You know, she even had to like go through her whole situation with her father and become her from Io, which is like another god thing, to Isis, like the queen of magic, the queen of all, you know, of happiness, like a happiness. It's a motif of like what she's trying to say. Like I guess is really that's all. Like so, I never like I was in those moments that happened. It just kind of like further ingrains these characters have like such like flexibility within themselves to like be straight and narrow to follow like whatever writing thing they're gonna do, but also like to say like, hey. In situations, people evolve, people adapt, and things are not going to be one-to-one. This is not how friends always talk to each other, but like any situation you guys are kids or like teenagers, they're dealing with something very traumatic. Nothing is really helping them. Ryoji has to like deal with like basically all her father's company falling out, and also trauma from like losing you. Basically, she's the back. Like after that, I think also the principal or the advisor reveals that he cheated her father at the same time. Like two big shocks that, and then losing Shinji like a month ago is also like these are all like it's like a stacking effect. So, like her falling out was probably not the father death was like really shocking, but it's like damn, she's got fucked hard. Like and Yukari only got fucked because her dad flies and she doesn't really know what the secret. She's like, I'm mad, I'm traumatized, but like I'ma still do what I can to like be better, and like I hope you be the same material. Like you're still we're at a stage where you can evolve, you know, we can always improve, and that's what I think that scene kind of illustrated to me. It didn't really feel like if the simple side of it is like the hit, I was like, alright, cool, but the deep is like, well, you don't really have friends like this will ever bring you down, that will like take you out of this element and like bring you up, and that's like it's like the whole story, like you talking about saying like they're intertwined. I'm like, that's the intertwinedness, like right there, like the character, like all of them are, everything's moving together and then like a seamless machine for Persona 3. And I think 5 and other games do that, but this game really shows like, shit, if this happened, how would it play out, you know, like hypothetically. And I think these are it's just fire. I don't know. All the elements of the story, we talk about that once, but like there's multiple with like Junpei or even the main character talk. Like we can talk about the relationship between Ryoji and fucking the main character. Like that is fire.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Like,
let's do that.
How like they're like a mirror. He's a mirror for like the world, of course. Like Ryoji's like fucking death incarnate, basically, or the harbinger of Nyx. But also the protagonist is like death is how he feels. He's apathetic towards like the world. Like he doesn't feel like melancholy about it. But it's just I don't feel happiness, sadness. Like all his emotions were trapped away in a shadow. And in a way, all the 12 shadows are like, I think, in a way, like his emotions being unsealed, but also like the grief to humanity, like the large scale, like humanity's emotions, like anything.
I'm glad
both
you
of those
mentioned
are
that,
like.
because did you guys notice? Yeah. Did you guys notice how Makoto? I mean, like his whole thing is being like low key. Like he almost seems apathetic himself,
He is.
right? Yeah. Because it's like if you notice at the very beginning when you and Yukari are on the roof and you're fighting that one shadow. The shadow ignores Makoto and goes right for Yukari first, because Makoto already seems so apathetic.
Like he's already empty, and like
he looks like he already has apathy syndrome or whatever.
Yeah. In the first, like he's kind of walking through. Hey, that nigga wasn't even phased by it. Like, hey, you see anything we got here? And they're like, nah, I'm good. I was like, nigga, there's coffins in the street. You're tweaking. I was like, oh hell no.
Ever since a young child having death itself sealed inside this man, like.
I mean, that's how you feel when you don't have any.
That is some amazing ass writing right there. Holy shit, the setups.
And, you know, the reason why he dies, like he finally gains like all the emotion, all the hope, all the regret of humanity. Kind of like everything comes back into itself in that moment. He's like, and that's why like I feel like that's why he like kind of like sacrificed himself to seal that, but also to have faith for like his friends to continue that same cycle that he was given. He's given the chance to give humanity, give life, give energy.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know why. I feel like this could start leading into spoilers of the answer possible. I don't know. I don't really understand exactly why he died. I feel like everybody told me the answer will explain exactly what he was.
I mean, I'm not. That's just like the reason why. That was like the reason like how he did that. I wasn't playing. I wasn't trying to go into the answer. The answer is like low key, a little more complicated than all that. To be honest, it's a little.
Damn.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about that part of the story though. Sammy, what do you think about Ryoji's edition? Because I don't know. If y'all watch my tier list video, I think Ryoji is one of the worst characters in the game. But yeah, you tell me what you think.
It's crazy because I think I actually might agree. I don't know. There's moments where I really liked him. Yeah, he feels. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this is a terrible way to phrase this. He feels a bit shoehorned in a little bit. I don't know. It's like
for sure. Hell yes, for sure.
Like it feels like he was always a part of the plot, but they like forgot to add Like
Talk to
the
him.
way he was supposed, I don't know, the way he was supposed to be evolved. It feels like every character is perfectly intertwined, like you said, like woven into where it's like everybody's overlapping. It feels like he had an important role, but they didn't write that part yet. And then he just in the last section.
Talk to him.
Yeah,
because they gonna get us.
Yeah.
They gonna get us on their comments.
Hey, bro.
Ryoji's a fan favorite. They gonna get on us.
Yeah,
in the
he's
comments.
cool, but like
just be like that. I'm gonna be honest. Like I didn't hate him, but for sure, I will say after ending the game, I didn't really care as much. I don't feel like he left an impression on me at all. Like even to where I thought they might do more when he was the final boss, and it's like, oh, actually, I'm Nyx, and then I am the Arcana reveals all, and then he just dies, and then he's like, he told I guess he was like, you eventually will know the answer to. I don't know. He just felt like a plot device a little bit, but I don't know.
no.
Yeah, and they're gonna be in the comments talking about like, no, what do you mean? He's been with you the whole game. Like he was Pharaoh's like in dead. It's like, bro.
Like
Yeah, but, like, it's not
the
enough.
idea
You can't-
of him what he did, but it's more of like him as a character.
his role in the story is fire.
His role is fire. Him as a character.
Exactly,
nah,
that's what
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Him as a character specifically, I don't know.
doesn't really-
And then he like comes along with you on the school trip, and he's like
Let's go look-
all pervy and stuff.
Like,
He's in the spa
don't think
scene.
they
It's like,
fought
what
enough,
is bro,
honestly.
like bro thinks he's part of the team at as.
Literally, I think it's just that.
What were you gonna say?
I think it's like one of those things, like you know, you have those friends in life that like, you know, come along, like you have a task group that somebody tries to join, like
Tweakers?
join the friend group, but they're too eager to join. Like, hey, bro, I want to be your friend. It's like,
Oh, they're
it's
too
like,
thir-
it's
yeah,
like, it's
they're
like,
too
damn,
thirsty.
it's like that. It's like the same scenario. It's like if Mishima from 5 came in low key. That's Ryoji's character.
Oh hell nah! You just got so
Not too much of
Stop,
Mishima, bro.
stop,
Not too much of
No,
it.
stop. But no, it's just like it is.
Ryoji, everyone's this is getting on Twitter. That's
Hey,
what-
get off
It's just
Mishima,
the.
not too much on
It's
him.
not like what he did. It was anything wrong. It's just the way he was introduced, and like how like they left him in there. I was like, he does like he's a very important part to like your own like self growth, but like Pharaoh's not. But that's
Yeah.
barely explained like in the story until like the very end of the story where like everything kind of like, oh shit, this was always a plot. I'm like, yes, but like we don't really need him in that way. Like there's some ways we don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like the world's ending, nigga. Like I don't care about a nigga. Like I was friends with for like a summer or like I'm 2 months, 3 months.
I
I'm
feel like it's more of
Maybe-
the plot could have literally been the same if Ryoji
Yeah.
didn't have personality. It was just I'm death, and then that was it. And then like
Well, yeah, or it would have been cool if, like, instead of Ryoji, they just kept Pharaohs as, like, a little boy, because that's a character we already knew, and just had him, like, somehow incorporated into the story.
I think though the thing is that isn't Pharaoh supposed to resemble Makoto as a young child? Like he looks like him.
That I don't know either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
I know you
confirmed. So
mentioned
yeah,
that
so
in your
I
clip. actually don't
assume
know.
that literally as he grows Makoto as a person, then eventually gets to the 12 Shadows. I assume that Ryoji looks taller and all that has grown because of the fact that Pharaoh has developed inside of him, shit like that. So
You've seen the
but I don't know.
motion,
That's just
Because I know that's what a lot of people think, yeah. Because if you watch Maddie's playthrough, when he saw Pharaohs for the first time, he was like, "Oh, is that Makoto as a kid?" So I don't
talk
yeah,
about
I don't
Maggie
blame people
Flake,
for thinking
the
that.
brother.
that nigga they ain't finished. Nigga, I ain't locked in. He
The
stopped the month
Bella
one.
room is very empty right now. They said we need you, young. He said y'all be alright. That's how Maddie,
Oh,
bro.
man.
Oh my God.
He's like, the fall, hey man, I'm not worried
He
about
said
it.
y'all can follow alone, bro. I got bigger shit.
Hey, shout out to Ice.
But yeah, Ryoji is, I don't know. I will say I definitely think he is one of the weakest characters. Like, and I didn't really have that strong of an opinion of him while I was playing it, but for sure, looking back at it after finishing the game, yeah, I'll say for sure he feels like the most incomplete character, if only the only incomplete character, because it feels like everybody else is just so to a T, to be honest.
Yeah, he feels like very much like a plot device.
Yeah.
Like just the
Rengoku.
story.
Nice style.
Okay, don't.
Nice style. Niggas gonna get triggered on me. He said,
Cut his mic.
brother. This
Donut
guy-
man.
Cut his mic.
Hey, the hot.
All right, but let's talk about the other big points. What did you guys think of Junpei and Chidori's storyline?
Fire.
Ooh.
Peak.
Because let me tell y'all, we were talking about this when you were in the bathroom earlier, Sammy. Like the scene with Junpei and Chidori, where Chidori's death scene. Spoilers, y'all. That's one of my favorite scenes in Reload. Mainly because of Junpei's voice acting again.
He was going crazy.
I'm trying to decide between that one and the Shinjiro
What he
scene.
said, burn it out.
I'm like,
that.
he's-
I'm like, talk to him, Junpei. Okay.
fuck yeah.
That shit was fire. I'm like, the thing is, the reason why I'm thinking about it so hard is because I was actually thinking about what was my favorite part of the game, and it was between Shinjiro's death and Chidori, the little plot twist where it looked like, well, I guess it wasn't that big a plot twist because Junpei, at first I was really shocked. I was like, there's no way they killed one of the 3 closest to the MC. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot. You thought that Junpei actually
like
died.
that man got popped. I was like, he actually was gonna die till Chidori did that shit. I was like, and then Chidori did not seem like she cared about this man at the moment. Obviously, she was bluffing to an extent, but I didn't think she was gonna revive him.
You know, she a little sunder.
Yeah, like that. For sure, I think it was really nice. It wasn't my favorite part of the game, but it was up there for sure, like top 3. Like that show was really nice.
Okay.
And I feel like it did a lot for Junpei's character. Him finally.
You say that, but in your reaction, you were tweaking when their
Bro,
personas fused or whatever.
Okay, that
shit
part
was
was crazy.
crazy.
Okay, that part, like that is a concept. God tier. Like, man, nah. See, now you're reminding me. That shit was when she popped up behind this man. The fact they incorporated that theurgy is crazy. And then she helped this, like him keeping his balance on his second theurgy, but like stumbling and shit on his first one is the craziest shit.
Hey.
It's like. It shows the complete evolution of him. Like honestly, at the end of the day, man, went
Great
from
decision by Atlus.
Yeah, did perfect.
Because they had that in the original game, but it's not as cool. I'm telling you.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because they had all the theurgies in the original game.
Really?
But they were just like random.
Yeah,
effects.
like
They didn't
Armageddon.
have all the cool
Yeah.
animations.
I think they had
and
like
the effects were
summon,
different too.
well,
yeah.
the combinations of personas to do abilities.
Yeah, like
But-
Persona Fusions.
Cadenza.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. They were definitely not as cool
Yeah.
as they are.
Was Emperor and I? That's my favorite one. The Jack Frost and King Frost. That's my favorite one.
Oh yeah, mine is the Armageddon.
Armageddon's cool. Like,
Yeah, but Junpei and Chidori storyline, I think that might be like top 3 for me. Yeah.
You mess with
Number
it?
one probably has to be the Shinjiro thing. Like
that shit.
I don't know how I literally got
That was-
spoiled
that
on
was
that.
great.
I didn't
That
know
was
how
great.
it happened, but like I just got spoiled that eventually he would leave the party and shit like that. I was like, okay, this dude's gonna die.
That was something you were
But-
spoiled on.
Yeah, the way
That
they
still hit
went
me.
about it still had me like,
Yeah, for sure.
holy shit! Like, man, that for sure. I will say, Kin's voice acting. I try not to comment on it because like I was really sad, but it's kind of awkward. I feel like Kin's voice acting is decent in the game, but like in that scene, I was like, oh hell no, in my head. And then the dog, he's like, ah, and then the dog was like, "Rrr." I was like, y'all killing it. But other than that was a crazy scene. That shit had me my feelings like that shit actually had me tearing up a little bit, but.
Are y'all drinking?
Yeah,
by the way?
I am. I'm drinking.
Sips of this, bro.
Bro, all I need is like a sip
everybody.
and I'm gone. I was though.
We'll take one more.
Let's get lit.
Yeah, cause we're about to get into
Working.
once I cut right here and restart my camera, we're gonna be talking
my God.
about.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, maybe we need to just cut the video in general. This man's dying.
Oh my God.
Because we're gonna be talking about the ending. But let me stop and restart my camera real quick. All right.
W.
Let's talk about what everybody likes to talk about. Let's talk about the ending of Persona 3 Reload
Finn.
and what it means. Because well, first of all, what do you guys think of Nyx as a final boss? First of all, okay, let me ask again. I'll start with Sammy, then we'll go to Coma. Sammy, what is your interpretation of Nyx as a boss? Because I want to know this, like, because you seem to have questions at the end of your playthrough.
What do I think she is, or like?
Yeah. Just tell me your thoughts. Like, what is your interpretation of compared to like Yaldabaoth and Izanami?
Okay, mechanically, I think the weakest, design-wise and story-wise, literally blows the other two out the water by miles. So it's kind of a mix.
You saying Nyx is better, or
I think if we're just
Nyx
talking
blows them out the
purely
water?
design, story, and build-up, Nyx is definitely the godliest by far. I think Yaldabaoth is fucking mid. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, talk to him. That's a controversial opinion.
Yeah,
but talk
honestly,
your shit.
the Holy Grail, you might as well just left it in the cup. That shit was cooler, if I'm being real. Like, all the, you hear all the
Hey,
souls.
okay.
They're like,
That's
that's
okay.
Like,
Ooh.
this shit kind of crazy. I'm
I
sorry.
disagree,
Yaldabaoth.
but I like it. I like that energy.
Nah,
I like
I'm
the
sorry,
energy.
bro.
Could.
Yaldabaoth
I like
was
the
actually.
I feel like you're
No, no,
wrong.
no.
I feel like you're wrong, but I feel like you're wrong, but I'll explain it
I
later.
feel like
like that.
maybe Shido or
Because you know,
Keshi,
Persona
I
5 slander is cool these days, so get him.
Oh hell no! As someone that literally glazed every part of
Get him,
Persona
kid.
5, that's probably the only part I literally did not like. Like I didn't even hate it. I just if I had a part I didn't like, it's for sure that. But
Okay.
what was his name? Amino Sagiri.
Yeah,
Secondary boss before Izanami, yeah.
Yeah, Izanami. I think Izanami's pretty tough. That's actually where I
like
met my
Izanami.
number one character fiction of all time. Well, not met them, but discovered them. I was playing that boss for 2 hours straight because it was that difficult. And I already lost once. And I was about to lose again when they were 1 HP left, right? Tell me why. I get hit with this bullshit ass attack. I die. I'm about to throw the PSV that I'm playing across the room. And guess who comes to clutch today? The person I'm already romancing, the goat, the queen, Rize. She's like, get back up, senpai. And I, full health, full SP. Bro, I like mentally just...
Hey.
That's the most goated character in all of fiction. And I lost it. So that was like an epic ass fight. Actually, yeah, mechanically, I think Izanami, that's the name, right? Yeah, I think they are the best in terms of 3 through 5, like mechanic wise. But in terms of design, it's not even a competition for me. And story, Nyx is like just so fire. And even that, like, man, the boss was golly as hell in the for the finale of Persona 3 Reload, but I started looking at it for the OG Persona 3. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I got hoed a little bit. Like when it wasn't green, it was all black, and it just showed that it was nude. I was like, bro, like it wasn't bad in Reload, but I just felt like, oh my god,
they did change some stuff.
That's my like only gripe with the Reload compared to that. When I saw that, I was like, there's no way. Like I would have been suffocating if I saw that. But yeah, Nyx is just the design fire, entrance fire, the little feathers building up to it. How did y'all both even pop up again? I don't know. It's like I haven't played it for like 5 years.
You beat the Grail, and then you just because the Grail is like his head or whatever, and
it starts evolving.
Pops out of the thing.
I was like, I don't even like the stage you stand on. It's just so awkward. It's like a random ass filler.
I like it. It's like you're in heaven.
I like it. It's like you're literally that's. You know what?
Maybe I think what might have made me dislike it so much is that to me, like Akechi and Shido's fights were so godly. I was like
more climactic, yeah.
I was like, bro. So for that to be the actual final boss, when I thought I already fought the final boss, that was my first Persona game ever.
It didn't feel
I was a little, it was like anticlimactic compared to those. And I guess to be fair, I feel like
it felt like the stakes were more, like with Shido, you have a personal beef with him because
I think aside from Persona 3, for the other two, for sure, it felt like the people were more of a threat and more climatic versus those random ass gods.
Oh yeah, like when you fight Adachi.
Oh my god, that might be one of the best.
Adachi might be the best. It might be the best villain
franchise. Bro.
God damn.
One or two. I don't know, but
love Adachi.
No, like he is definitely.
You all watch my Adachi's
the best villain.
Fired. Nah, Adachi is
the best villain.
That is such a.
I agree. He is one of the best villains.
Yeah. And his music. What was it? A New World Full or something? That shit is so crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
I like that. I love an inner demon. You know, the inner fold when they do the mirror protagonist stuff. I'm like,
yeah, that's just fire. But yeah, Nyx. Yeah, definitely. Last thoughts, just Nyx is for sure. Design wise, the best. Mechanically, I feel like it was the most boring. If I'm being honest, like it was lit because of the final boss, but for sure, I had more fun playing against other ones. But this one,
it is kind of a grind fest because
it just I don't know. I feel like
you have to go through.
It makes sense, I guess, but. I don't know, it just could have been more entertaining, but I feel like they were still like getting the groove of like making these Persona games back then. So of course, like the mechanics will improve over time. But
I mean, that's just like a JRPG trope where it's like the final boss is just all of the other bosses you fought together combined.
I was like, I don't know.
I feel that. I feel that.
We took out all the Arcana cards and just was death. Period. That's when he got kind of crazy, but he was only that for like 2-3 turns, sadly. But
Mm-hmm.
What did you think, Como?
Man, I got so many words to say.
Let them know, because I'm about to go after you and rant.
Just because I fucking know like the mythology and lore behind like almost every
talk about that.
Like I'm a really big fan of like mythology. So like Persona games like the demons, the gods. Like Nyx is the primordial god is honestly like probably fire as like a final boss. Like the full moon, the night matches the whole game, the theme. But then like him like being like, of course the Ryoji part was kind of interesting. Like him living as a human, because I think. I don't know the actual tale. I forgot the actual tale, like her conception. Basically, it was just from chaos. And the fact that death and chaos to fall is all like just like meaningless. Like I don't know. I just love that like the nihilism, I guess, behind like the boss. I guess that the whole mythology part. I was like, oh, this is, and you like standing up as being like what humanity stands for, like always will stand for. It's like the last light, the flame, the fire. Like they're the glimmer of hope that really shines through it all, you know. And you inspire millions just by standing up to one big entity. Even if you don't win, you still made a difference by saying something, by doing something, you know. And that's what that final fault really meant. Like it wasn't have to be like chromatic and flash like as the other ones, like even Saigiri or like fucking like Yadabaoth. You're all fighting like for something like more than yourselves, and that's what that shit was so good. Like the arcane changes, the talking. I haven't played Reloads, of course.
Okay,
This is
I
I played 3.
You
and
liked when he
and
kept
I
spamming the Arcana.
I know.
The name of the voice of the Arcana.
That shit fire.
Actually was the only thing.
No,
gave
but
me
I
that
like
shit.
that too
I ain't gonna lie.
because I like
I
that
don't give a
too.
fuck. I like this.
I feel like y'all saying the
I
same.
like
thing.
Nix is
I-
like giving you life advice while you're fighting him.
I thought that was
Or her.
fire,
said-
but they
he
just
said, bro, he said-
overkilled with it. I was like, all right,
said-
man, like you give me a headache. Like I'm finding this
Yeah,
boss.
no,
fight
because
said-
you got
if
y'all,
everybody was like you-
y'all gotta remember, Nix is not like an evil entity. It's neither evil nor benevolent.
Yeah.
Like Nix is just
Yeah.
like a force of nature.
It
It's
is,
a force
it is.
of nature. Yeah. Because death in real life is not evil nor benevolent. It just happens.
That's
just
true.
a natural
That's true.
thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know,
But,
I
but
will
keep
say I
going,
don't know why
Cole.
he's helping us if he doesn't have a side, but that is true. That's fact. You more of you just
Well,
talking
no,
in general,
Ryoji's helping
This
you
is like-
because of the humanity he got from living inside of Makoto the whole time.
You're right.
That's the only reason he helped you out.
And they were using Ryoji's voice. That's pretty valid. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, because
Well, yeah.
that's the Nix avatar. That's not Nix. Nix is what you fight inside of the moon
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it was at the end.
Oh shit! What the
It's
fuck?
a rival.
Wait,
No, it's a
they
rival.
did say
Like,
they
Did you
yeah,
not get-
like the fall.
No,
Nick,
bro,
No,
all
if Nick's
I
came
got
out,
was
everybody
the
dies.
Arcana,
If Nick's came out, everybody
Dungeon
dies.
View.
But
And then it's
but
like-
but it literally says Nix avatar. Right
I thought that was
there.
just them trying to gas it up like amino
Well,
Sygiri.
yeah,
What is
no,
it, like a
I feel you
Sygiri
because
and an
he
amino?
does say that. Yeah, he does say that because he says Nix and I are one and the same. Like we're indistinguishable or whatever.
Yeah, I thought literally,
But
like,
yeah,
like,
I thought they
I'm,
confirmed
like,
that
if-
Ryoji was literally Nyx itself. Like that's why they were surprised. They were like Ryoji because I thought he was the appraiser, right? Like he wasn't gonna be there, period. But then like the plot twist was, oh, I was just lying. I'm Nyx itself. So that's what I got from that.
No.
personally.
Yeah, he's
But-
the avatar. Yeah. Nix
Okay,
is that
awesome.
little crystal
Definitely
thing you
took-
fight in the moon.
I thought that was just his chest, his heart. Like I don't know. Makoto said I'm about to dive in.
I mean, yeah,
don't know.
that's
came
like his
out
end. That's like
fall.
her essence. I forget it's a her. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, keep going, Como.
Yeah. The philosophy of the fight, like fighting against that, like every Persona flaw is always like fire to me. Like even if it's like not as climactic, like I don't know. I don't care about the flashy shit, to be honest. Like I think like in itself, like what you do in the game and what it leads up to is always just
thematics,
amazing. Like damn, like it's cool to like see that like actualize. Like that's something I like. So I thought it was amazing from each point of view. Like even like us fighting, like struggling against the almighty attacks. I guess I was like, damn, we getting cooked right now.
Yeah.
We still gonna get up, nigga, and then like you standing up at the end, it's like, I can still win, nigga. I'm like, that's that shit.
Yukari's like,
That's that shit I like. It's like, "Come, don't leave us. I'm like, nigga, I gotta go off I gotta do my shit. Hey,
Because
hey,
his
I like
ultimate
that,
persona
but,
is
you know,
Messiah. He sacrifices himself
to save
to overcome death.
for my game.
Just like that.
For my
Just
game.
like that one guy from
That one-
Bethlehem.
Yeah, like his.
The hell no.
He did his thing.
You may have heard of
Hey,
him.
it's Ramadan. Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. He's a cool dude. So I've heard. I don't know him like that, you know. We're not chill like that, you feel me?
This dude.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's they don't really talk about the sleep factor too of the night, like the dark hour in
another
general,
general,
like,
right?
Yeah, like that's like Nyx's son Hipponis basically pulling people to sleep. They don't
Hey,
talk
you
about
know
him,
that
but that's
Greek
like a part of the lore.
mythology.
That is a part of her lore. Like he puts himself like during the nighttime. That's why like if you don't have a power of like awakening, if you're not understanding like. I guess you don't understand like the nature of the world. You're gonna fall asleep. You're in a coffin.
Yeah.
You're in a coma. You're not be able to interact with it in that way. So, but then it's like subtle. It's like a subtle detail. Like if you know like what Nyx is, like from the beginning of the game, you're like, oh damn, like this is like even Tartarus itself. Is, like the levels of Tartarus is literally like the levels of hell or like the deepest part of the underworld.
Yeah.
Even reaching the top. Reaching the top is 250, which is kind of thing because you know the top would be or the end of Tartarus should be the beginning of the school, level 1. But yeah, it's a whole. I don't know. Each floor has its own like I guess like you can go into further detail about each part of like that's like subsections like talking about their names. Adaham, Hebraham, like they're all like names of prophet or biblical figures. Even in the game itself, like you have angels and demons basically. So that's just a subsection. But Persona is heavily 3 is just heavily Greek mythology from start to finish.
And
even Orphic. Oh my God, the Orphic tale. It's kind of fire.
About Orpheus Telos or
Orpheus Telos, but also like I wish Orpheus should have been in 4, but like it doesn't make sense because Narukami and like Izanami make more sense of it. But like the tale of like looking back towards the underworld and looking back to the past should be in. I feel like that's incorporated in 3, but not really. It's like it's loosely tied together, I guess. Like if you like each game is like a subset of like fighting one side of humanity's ignorance and evil, like not be able to see the truth and be able to overcome death and like overcoming like societal things. Like it's all like nature. That's why I'm like, I'm hyped for 6. You know, I don't know what the fuck that they're gonna do
That's
now
just gonna be crazy.
at this point, but that's another subject. I don't know. I'm kind of yapping at this point, so you know, cut me off right now.
Well, yeah, no,
I'm about to drift off to another point.
How like the thematics behind Nyx is what makes her in my opinion, one of the best final bosses in the series. Because, well, you might not know this if you play the game. This is, and even some Persona fans might not know this, because this is some shit you got to read like the extra lore.
Oh, shit.
But Nyx is not like a cognitive being like is Izanami and Yaldabaoth, because you know that they're like cognitive things created by humanity's collective unconscious, right? But Nyx is like a real thing. Nyx is like a space alien, right? Nyx is supposed to be they call her the mother of shadows, right? So the Persona lore is that Nyx is the reason why the collective unconscious exists. So way back, whatever, thousands of years ago, Nyx crashed into the earth, and her psyche shattered, creating the collective unconscious. And that's the reason personas exist. That's the reason shadows exist. That's the reason any of that exists. And the reason why that works is because Nyx is death, right? The reason that gods, mythology, and anything that humanity has ever created is because of that primordial fear of death.
Fear
of death is the origin of any, even in our real life, right? Everything we do in life is to avoid death. We make money, we have kids, we do anything we do in real life because of the fear of death.
Prevent the mortality.
So that's why Nyx being the origin of the collective unconscious, the origin of the persona, right? The whole thing of the series.
The mask.
Because remember what Igor says, a persona is a mask to protect you against the hardships of life. Death is the ultimate hardship, right? And your persona, that's why Nyx is able to be defeated by persona users, right? But, well, quote unquote defeated, but because Nyx is inevitable, right? Just like death is inevitable in the world. And then they hammer that point home through those last few months of the game. Ryoji says it how many times? Nyx can't be beaten. Nyx can't be beaten. Like, you, no matter what, it's not a matter of winning or losing. It's not a matter of power. Death is inevitable. And the whole thing why the fall is like something that has to be avoided is because like we're all gonna die eventually, right? But the fall just brings it a little bit closer. Like the fall is inevitable, but it just makes it so that it happens a little bit sooner. And that's why, you know, again, going back to Akanari, that's why his social link is so good, because we're all going to die just like he does, but he just happens to be a little bit sooner than the rest of us.
Fuck, bro.
And
like the
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. It's a separate point. But I can finish after you finish, Loki. Let you speak.
Well, yeah, because the whole idea of like and I don't want to say too much without getting the answer, but the reason that Nyx is coming is because humanity calls her to Earth, right? Humanity has this desire to die, and that's what. Because remember, I said she's not benevolent, she's not evil. It's just that if humanity longs for death, Nyx is gonna come, right? And that's why Makoto has to kind of form that great seal at the end to keep Nyx from responding to humanity's desire for her. And this is people say that the Persona games are not connected lore-wise, and they're not. You could play them individually, but there is an overarching story. Because if y'all play Persona 4 Arena, you play and again, this will be explained more in the answer. But if you played Persona, you played the story of Persona 4 Arena, right? Well, both of you, I guess.
I played like first.
I know bits and parts. I know bits and parts.
I got locked on my fucking Twitch account when I was playing it because it's stupid ass too. You know what? My bad. Off topic. Go ahead, dude. I swear it was a grinding story. I was gonna beat the whole thing on Twitch, but got it.
Well, yeah, because like part of that, and this is gonna get into a little bit of conjecture because none of this is confirmed, but in Persona 4, it's revealed that Elizabeth has left the Velvet Room, right, to kind of figure out a way to free Makoto from being the seal. And
I know what you mean. Oh,
yeah. So a lot of the theory is that Elizabeth is like seeking out these wild cards, right? Because wild cards, for whatever reason, have a way to interact with the seal, and that's why you have Persona Q, where she interacts with all the other protagonists, because humanity always has the desire to die. As long as there are people who have this longing to die with apathy syndrome, right? As long as people give up on life and they want to die, Nyx is always going to come. And so Makoto will always have to be sealed, right? But what if instead of desiring to die and living in delusion, people decided to reach out to the truth? You know what I'm saying? Persona 4. And what if instead of desiring to die, people's cognitions and hearts could be changed to accept life? That's Persona 5. Like, And then that's the theory. That's the
Literally.
theory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The
oh, that's
mind-
why Elizabeth is seeking out these other protagonists. And again, this is not
Change
confirmed,
the
but this is
world.
heavily implied by the spin-off games. And that's
Yeah.
that's what makes Persona 3 such a foundational thing for the entire series, because it's like death is the primordial thing. Death is the original fear, right? And all of this cognitive stuff, all these gods, mythology come from the fear of death. So the themes of the other games all tie back into this, and that's what makes Nyx so good to me. So it's like,
Damn.
I mean, that's Elizabeth's whole thing. She's trying to look out. It's like, this dude Joker, like he can the Phantom Thieves can change hearts. Like let me seek him out. That's Persona Q, right? Q2.
People have to see through the lies and see the reality. And
Yeah. People forward, like, don't live in delusion. Just reach out to the truth. You know, see all that.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Persona 6 finna be like, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. Cause and then this is what we could talk about next. The theme of the game, and you mentioned this in your playthrough, Sammy. The theme of the game, the common misconception is that it's not about overcoming the fear of death, but it's about overcoming the fear of life, right? It's like the whole, because remember, Strega or whatever, none of them are afraid to die, right? Their whole they always say this, right? It's like, oh, I'm not afraid of death. I don't fear death, but they're the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
So the real thing is not overcoming the fear of death, but it's overcoming the fear of living. Because it's easy to go into apathy syndrome, right? And just be like, oh, there's no point. I'm just gonna die, or I'm just gonna wait for death. The harder thing to do is to like accept all that and just choose to live anyway. That's everybody's character arc. It'd be easy for somebody like Yukari to give up. And he says no, she chooses to believe in her father. It's like, it'd be easy for Mitsuru to give up after her dad dies. But no, she's like, no, I'm gonna keep standing on business. I'm gonna do my thing or whatever. It's easy to just give up and give into apathy syndrome and invite Nyx into the world. Remember what I said? It's like humanity calls for Nyx. It's accepting death that's the bad thing. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to live, because living is the most important thing, right? It's like you want to be able to. That's Akinari too. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna choose to live. I'm gonna choose to live and do something with my life. The last thing, because we're all gonna die like Akinari. He just happens to be a little bit quicker than the rest of us. So that's the whole thing with that's the theme of the game. So y'all tell me, what was your interpretation of the theme at the end, Sammy? Because I know you thought it was about overcoming the fear of death.
Yeah, I thought it was like not letting it make you hesitate in any way, which I guess is kind of similar to, living out your life regardless and not being afraid to keep on living. But yeah, I thought it was just straight up, like, I thought with that final message with Makoto, just instantly the way they like pasted that great seal, like no words, just straight up, I'm about to end this, was him accepting that, in that instant he had to become the great seal after getting the wild card. Was it the power of the universe from the Velvet Room? All of that, just right then and there, you make the decision. You can't fear death. Like, if you want to save everybody, you have to essentially just die right now. That's what I got from it originally, but I do need to do some more studying on it. I was looking at a lot of video essays and things like that, and seeing a lot of people in the comments saying that, yeah, it's more of
bro, forget all. You just gotta let me explain that shit.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it.
No,
I got you.
Hey, shout out to all the Persona YouTubers.
After you put me on Yakuza, that peak ass game, I'm listening to everything you say. Yeah.
Listen,
we relate too much. And
that's off topic, but we need to do a Yakuza video.
Right. Okay.
We need to talk about
crazy.
Yakuza, because that's
I
Persona
need to play that
coded
shit.
head ass.
Yeah, that's just fire.
I need to play this
Yeah,
shit
but
for
no,
sure.
but you're right, because it's like, well, again, this goes back to Strega, but it's like Chidori's whole character arc is that she didn't fear death, just like Takia and Jin. But her character arc is at the end. Remember, she says, "I'm afraid to die now," because she's like, now I got Junpei or whatever. I got something to care about.
Something to live through.
So yeah, so it's not about the fear of, it's not about overcoming the fear of death. It's about wanting to live, right? Because it's like living can be a lot harder. It's easy to just give up and die, but living can be harder, because you gotta face a lot of shit being alive. It ain't easy a lot of the times, but it's easy to give up.
It's worth it.
That is such a fire ass message, bro. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that was the.
That makes
telling you when I told you
Akinari
like that.
actually like one of the best.
I told you
it was already
telling
fire.
That's why I said that. Like, this
I'm
thing is like
God.
fire.
Like, that represents
telling
all
you.
that so fucking well. Is not even
I'm
funny.
telling you.
Oh my god.
That's what kind of harp on you when you played. I was like, bro, just wait till the end. Like, I think
Yeah.
it'll make more sense. Like, I know it doesn't make sense. I'm like, no spoiler. Like, it is good. Like, this is why like I think this game like stands out. Like, 4 and 5 are like great because they add to this basically. But this one is like telling you like, bro, live. Don't be afraid to
And
do
that's
what is
the
necessary
core
for your
of-
life.
yeah, that's
you
the
know?
core of it.
Man.
Like there's nothing of like the worst thing that happen is you go.
Yeah,
That's
everything
the-
builds.
that's your
Yeah,
least
you're right.
worry.
You're right. Everything builds on that because the
Like-
core of it is just you have to live, right? And then on that, it's like, okay, you can live, but don't live in delusion. You got to reach out to the truth. You can live, but don't
Yeah,
live
those
under.
are all
You
like-
got to rebel against things that are. You got to rebel against things that are unjust, right? That's Persona
That are
5.
harmful. Like you
That's
should.
Persona. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the builds off
That's
that,
fucking
yeah.
fire. That's so fire.
I was saying like,
Oh
hey.
my god.
Yeah.
This shit is great, but yeah, I think I got the message of the game pretty clearly. I mean, I already played it, but like this one, like that's why I was like, it felt more unique. I guess playing it again, I was like,
It was just
damn,
well
this is,
presented
like,
in my
It gave
opinion.
me, I can understand it, I can digest this message. Like, but 4, I was like, I guess in a way, I understand like the apathy. I was like this is kind of like, you know, like I guess like everybody's gonna die. Like we get it, cool. Be edgy, Persona. But this one, this time, like that's what I thought. I'm saying like this is like past me. That's when I played it because like I would say like I was relatively young, like not like super young, but like I wasn't able to like process the messages really and understand what it meant to me, what it means to live like a fulfilling, like what it means to be like living a fulfilling life, or like what does fulfilling life look like to me in that aspect. So I can't really like attribute it like to a game like, oh, it's telling me like to not fear death. Like I don't really care about dying, I guess, but like if I want to die, like I'll die. But now I'm like, damn.
Exactly. That's what you're not supposed to think.
Shit. Like I don't need to like care about. I should care about dying, but like not in the way to let me hold me back. But I should always live in a positive way, like to do things right and just things that are fine with me. Live for today or for tomorrow. Like each person is a theory that basically like you're not the same person you are to like every day. You know. So like today it's just you. You only exist for today, and then tomorrow another person like the same person exists, but like that's not you from yesterday, basically. That's the thing they're trying. That's the thing they're trying to live for. That's the thing that I think the game really tries to tell you. Like Makoto was here for the day. He was here for the day, and his teammates. He helped them. He gave them some inspiration to go. But like after he leaves, they have to become like their own Makoto. They have to find that will themselves to like find them friends, like enjoy life. They like even without him, even though he was such a foundational figure, you should still live for yourself and live the way you want to and enjoy the things that are around you. Like he was there for your time. He gave you inspiration, but realize that that thing that he fetched from you is a spark, and you gotta let that spark out and like share it with the world again, That's what he lit the fire, and then you have to spread it,
Yeah.
And that's why like Nyx, that's why Nyx is like the darkness, like it's such a good theme too. It's like primordial. Who's not afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
What is humanity's greatest, unknown,
Greatest fear,
the unfathomable,
that primordial fear.
Like we don't know what's out there, but like
Chainsaw
fire is
Man
what keeps us
stuff.
alive. Fire is what keeps us alive. Fire is what, like I don't know, that spark, that light is something like a special, I guess. Like you really can't like interchange it. It's so human that I don't know. It's indistinguishable from the other stories in that way. The other ones like those are like modern retellings of the same story, but like oh god, like damn, I definitely want to fall into like false and delusion, but I also don't want to be strict down by like fucking society's rules and like how that really changed me. I want to live in a purposeful way that's meaningful to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's just it is what it is, And 3 kind of just says
It hits it on every
Fuck
every
it.
single social link
Fuck
hits
you.
on that.
Yeah,
Every
it
single
literally-
character hits on that. It's the most thematically consistent, in my opinion, out of the 3 games, the 3 modern games.
I agree with that. Yeah.
It's the most thematically consistent.
sure.
Yeah. But those are all the topics I had. Do you guys want to bring up some stuff? We talked about
I
a lot
think
of the
we,
game.
like-
Yeah.
Is this
I
like
think
supposed
about,
to
like,
be
every aspect
Persona
of the
3
way.
exclusive for the most part? Like we talk about the other games.
Listen, bro. At this
sometimes,
point, we
or,
could
like-
talk about whatever, man. Bring up
Wait,
whatever.
talk about anything.
I was wondering if we were gonna do a whole bunch of comparisons and like just.
Oh, say less. Say less.
Go
Let's
ahead.
get into it.
Go ahead.
So what's y'all's favorite Persona game of the 3? Well, those 3. Obviously, there's one.
I think-
For me, it's still Persona 4 Golden.
I forgot that
I
we
think
were late on this
5.
many levels.
I
I
think
forgot
I-
we had this discussion. My fault. He just like me. I don't even gotta say nothing. Like
I mean, listen, bro. Real recognizes real.
facts. And
Colm was
I
about to
feel
say
like-
something head ass. I see it on his face.
he said actually
ain't gonna
Persona
lie.
1, the second half of the game is.
hell no,
innocent sin was such
The
a good story.
1998 game.
Bro,
on the
I
Persona-
can't wait
on
to
the
do this music
PlayStation
video,
1.
man. Like
Yeah,
the music
that's-
videos. I like, bro. The Persona 1
Oh,
music.
I'm ready.
The Persona
I'm
1
ready.
music.
I'm off that good right
Oh,
now.
nah, for sure.
I'm keeping it professional
I
for the viewers. You know what I'm saying?
I think 5 probably still my favorite, just because like
That's valid.
I just played at a good time, I think
That's
it
fair,
just really
yeah.
just changed my perspective. It
I
just
don't
changed my
think there's any
perspective on
wrong
like
answer.
a lot of what the
Yeah, for sure.
So, and I think all the other ones kind of build that. Like 3 might be my second, and then 4 Golden. I didn't have an enjoyable time playing 4 Golden just because like I already knew everything about it basically. I was like, damn, if I played it like when I wasn't unspoiled, I think it would have had a different impact. But I thought it was just really good, like all the other ones, to be honest. Not lower, it's not like a higher. They're all in the same way. Just 5 just holds a nostalgia factor in my head when I played it.
That was the first one you played, right?
Yeah, that was I played it fucking.
And that was the first one you played
high school, bro. I was like, damn.
Yep, 5.
Wait, you played the original Persona 5, not Royal, right?
Yeah, I played OG.
I played original 5, then I played Royal,
and then Persona 4 Golden, and then I got halfway through Persona 5 Royal, and then that.
Oh, I forgot you
didn't
finish.
He didn't see the full thing. He didn't finish.
Hey, nobody talk about Kasumi in the
ending.
comments because he don't even know who she is. Man.
Okay, chill. Kasumi, y'all was really trying to get on me because I was like, okay, An is the wife, but like we get a fair restart with Royal because like Kasumi wasn't there that time, so now I have to compare the two, and then y'all was like, you now load on. I'm like, oh brother, but.
Only thing bad about Royal is that fucking Kasumi, just like Maruyuki, is too shoehorned in a little bit too hard.
If you watch my chillest video, you know I said that.
It's good. They're both good characters and all right, but just I feel like if they really wanted to release Royal should have been in the definitive, and they should have added them in like a more unique way that wasn't like so.
But I know that's like a programming thing because then they'd have to add her to every cutscene and every palace before. It's like whatever. I understand that.
But her Arcana, her confidant, their confidants by themselves are enough for me to like, god damn, this shit was fire. And even the end of Royal was like, damn.
Well, okay, since we're comparing, let's talk about who you got between C's, the Phantom Thieves, and the investigation team.
Oh shit, not the legendary question.
Oh, not this is where they don't get y'all in the comments. Careful.
Yo, I already know everybody's gonna be like Persona 3 because Makoto's solo because he's Jesus and he.
Koma making a face, so you answer first. Now you got to answer first.
Wait, you mean like in terms of like I liked it?
Yeah,
or like who you got?
Who you got?
I feel like who you like is more
who I got.
Okay.
Okay, let's do both.
Who I got?
Let's do both.
Okay, so who definitively, I think the strongest person is fucking Makoto, but I think Joker's like second, and then you is last.
C's feels like a Navy SEAL strike force, bro. They're washing everybody else.
Hell nah.
Them niggas were the elite. They trained. Them niggas were grinding. Them niggas were in Tartarus the first level.
They can use their personas outside in the real world and stuff.
They ain't no bitch niggas. I ain't for sure. They the strongest.
Yeah.
But like who I like the most, I gotta say I'd like. Damn, I like four squad still a little bit better than
you gonna
5.
say I like the Persona 1 team.
Ew, who the fuck?
I like boy with earrings.
I'm the real OG bitch. Like,
oh, hell
I actually only played Shin Megami Tensei.
Ew.
No, but keep going.
Try to hit you with the.
Right, I like Ryota.
Persona's an SMT spinoff, like trying to like check your ass, like, oh brother.
You know you get no bitches, nigga. Shut up. Fuck out of here. Fuck you talking
You
about?
play Persona 3 on Merciless. Play a SMT game.
Where we have SMT has bad stories, nigga.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I will say,
How many times I tell
say,
niggas?
while SMT 5 story was dog shit, I am super looking forward to SMT 5 Vengeance because I have copium faith that story's valid. Because if so,
I'm not gonna lie, you know more about that.
I'll play the
Phantasmal
Phantasmal shit.
It's actually fire. The gameplay is actually fire. It's like a real challenge of like Persona, but like just hardcore as fuck. That shit is. I don't know, man. That should be locked in.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know nothing about it.
I was like,
hey, play that metaphor Refantasio shit.
But yeah.
Fuck that. Hey, play that Refantasio shit. That's what I'm looking for. The new shit they better release. That's the thing. What's the metaphor Refantasio coming out this year? That's what I'm gonna play.
What the hell?
That's the only thing.
He's talking about another.
It's like a
Alice
new
game that
Alice.
looks
It's like a Persona
coded, I guess. I don't know. It's like.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing I'm playing. Nigga, Shimigami boring.
Okay, now you tweaking, but like, okay, what I have to say is,
Shimigami boring.
For sure, Persona 4 investigation team, and for strongest, I'm gonna have to go with Persona 5 team. I don't care how broken Makoto is. I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's just the cop out answer. I'm sorry, bro. Persona 5.
You ain't see my tweet where I said Mitsuru would give Makoto a wedgie, bro. Makoto Nijima.
Literally beat the shit out of her.
Makoto is just rocking her shit. Like, I don't care. I think.
You think she'll violate
Makoto Nijima is rocking Mitsuru?
Yes.
Mitsuru Kirijo is the Mitsuru
Kirijo. But
Kirijo?
I'm sorry, man. Persona 5.
You know what happens after Persona 3, right? She forms like the
Reckless.
shadow operatives and becomes like a Persona strike force, right?
I've never heard of that.
she's not no fucking slouch.
You didn't play Persona 4 Arena then. Oh,
I told you I was going to play it, and then Twitch was like, actually,
not locked.
double authentication, or you can't get this.
You didn't even know that the C's team knew about the events of Persona 4, right? You know, see, look at his face.
I mean, I
you
know
didn't
they
even
connected. I know they canonically connected, so that's all that matters. And I bet you didn't even know that Rize saved Yukari's life. Crazy, but C's team is stronger than all the others.
You're cooking.
Come on now, come on.
Oh, yeah,
It's more fair grounds than y'all think. It's more fair grounds. It's not like
she sung to what she said. What is this? When did she save her life?
She saved her life. Now who's the fraud? Hold on, nah. Let's look at him now. Now who's the fraud? Like, what do you mean? Have you not seen the cutscene? I look up all the cutscenes.
Am I a fraud for getting information?
I'm a fiend for it.
Am I a fraud for asking for information?
Bro,
this nigga tweaking. I asked for information. Nigga said I'm a fraud now.
Even though it might be factually incorrect, I think personally, you know, because I believe had asked. Shouts out the song.
Sorry.
That the Persona 5 team is just so reckless, you know what I'm saying? On the Phantom Thief shit, they're sneaking around there. You can be professional military grade, but they with that, I don't know. I was about to say trench warfare. That was about to sound stupid. This is a drink. But, you know, they're
warfare is insane.
They're going to get the upper hand on the ops, bro.
Koromaru is washing Morgana, bro.
Literally.
Teddy's washing them both. Let's be real, but...
You're not wrong.
Have you not seen Giant Teddy? That's how you know he hasn't played Persona 4.
No, you're not wrong with that.
Only
that's
in
his shadow,
in that
though.
scenario. Yeah, that's a shadow. That's some bullshit. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about
whatever.
Actual Teddy we be fighting. He ain't that nigga. He ain't like that.
No, he's still like that though. He's still like that, even in combat.
He cool.
Once the Persona 5 crew can use their personas in the real world, talk to me, man.
Bro, why would this fight take place in the real world? Oh, brother, y'all got it.
Because they're not OGs like that. What they ain't vote
in public, they're gonna have to fight the police next. Because they're gonna be like, what is up with these crazy people out here in this street? Like, bro.
Hey, Mitsuru gonna pay him off, bro. She got it.
Nah, hell no, bro. I mean, I'm gonna put respect on Mitsuru's name.
Organization.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. If like the investigation team and the Phantom Thieves had evokers, they could use their personas in the real world too. That's the only reason the Persona 3 cast can use them in the real world.
Who do you think has the coolest summoning animation out of all three? I mean, I think Persona 4 is just out the conversation, sadly. But
I like fives. I like fives a lot. I like that when they rip them out. I like the
evokers because it's the most thematically fitting one.
Yeah, like not fearing, like shooting yourself in that. Like that shit's dope. That shit is so dope.
He said.
Well, yeah, because again, it's like Igor says, like, okay, your persona is a mask to protect you from the hardships of the world. So they say that the evoker is a way of scaring your persona out, right? So because you put this gun to your head, it's like metaphorical. It's like your persona comes out to protect you. That's a way of forcing it out in the real world. Yeah.
Damn, that is insane. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I think
I just spilled you guys can't see this, but I just spilled my drink all over.
Nah.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
Nah, I think Persona 5 in game might be the toughest, like in terms of like how they pose for their like the mask just dissolving into fire.
This dude said how they pose. Oh,
bro, I'm the same dude. I will literally yell Persona while rolling a bowling ball down the road. I don't care, bro. I'm full immersion in this shit. Y'all know the lore. I know the passion.
He's like when Ann was sticking her ass out, she looked so cool.
No, bro. I know you know the tactics menu. That's right. I'm gonna get super deep. Like the tactics menu. We pull out and they do the little special pose. Like, nah, bro. I feel like just barely Persona 5 has the edge. But I will say, in terms of like. Just in general, not even just gameplay, I think Persona 3 might have it. Like the Evoker, that shit is just so tough. Just the, you know, I for sure would cosplay Persona 3 before the other two, personally. My school outfits, Yasuo got me high for Persona 4. That's the best for that. But
that's where I disagree. I think Shujin clears the outfits. When I put all my party members in Shujin outfits in Persona 3.
I mixed it up. I mixed it up depending on the character, low key, because they're both clean.
Yeah.
I might say something nut. The Persona 2 fits kind of fit.
Okay, no, that's kind of valid. That's kind of valid.
Oh,
it's kind of valid.
I mean, I don't know if they're better than the other one. Kind of lit out. I ain't gonna lie. Just that great jump to him. Like, damn, that nigga look cold, bro. Look at him. I'm like, yeah. Then you hear the music. What's that? What's the theme? The Remember? I forgot what it's called. Live Long.
I don't want to get exposed again, y'all.
That's from 5.
Wait, what?
This one for 2. I don't know what it's called. Live. It was like Live is. I forgot the fucking name. It's like Live Long for Persona 2.
Oh,
like
yeah.
What y'all know about that Persona 1 boss battle music, Bloody Destiny? Come on now, that's peak.
Hey man, shout out to Boy with Earring.
Nah, hell nah. I hate here. Next question, bruh. Actually, no, you didn't choose your favorite team.
Well, actually,
you said Thieves, right? You think that they would?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, my favorite team would probably. No, I think it's still the investigation team, because that's my favorite game. Because that's
so good.
Because I've always said that Persona 4 has the strongest characters.
Agree.
And the investigation team has the strongest characters in it, in my opinion. Just likability wise.
Hell yeah.
Maybe not even writing wise, but just likability.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if we're doing power scaling, bro, C's washes the rest of them. C's could probably take all 8 of the other teams. Or like
they're not escaping Joker hiding in the shadows. Like
he's kind of living.
Come on now.
Bro,
those outdated ass Tartarus mechanics. Like we out here doing real nigga shit in these palaces. Like come on, bro. Oh
Joker can't even fold Narukami, bro. Let's be honest.
Stop,
Loki.
Bro. Stop.
He needs something. He needs something in with him. Loki.
Joker would beat you. Someone rewind the video. Nah, bro. You're not getting away with that one.
No. I'm drink. Can I just? I'm glazing. Can I not glaze my homie, my nigga? Damn.
Bro, next question. I hate it.
Nigga really call me up. Nigga really call me up for no reason. Like,
next question, bro. Y'all got it. I already did my topics.
Okay.
Y'all want to?
Next question, bro.
I'm gonna let Klcoma go. I already chose something, but
if there's anything you guys want to talk.
Persona? I don't know. I feel like we covered like a decent amount, like all 3 games, like really the bigger topics of like the themes, what they say. Like only thing I would talk about is like 5. I feel like people like diss on 5 a little too much still, even now today.
Well, that's like the meme now. It's like that recent.
That's how it is for. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's kind of annoying. I'm like, it's not. The 5 was not bad by any means, or even like shitty.
Yeah, of course.
It's just like the way they talk about it, like
fandom thing, bro. It's like the typical cycle, which doesn't even happen. I realize it's not even just anime; it's everything. It's something gets super popular. It gets even then people overglaze it. Like people that love Persona 5 probably dissing 3 and 4, like, oh, that's just shit. I'm not playing that. And 5 is just so goated. Those look outdated, and then eventually give it some years, it flips, and now everybody's shitting on Persona 5 like that overrated ass, like newbie ass game. It's just how it is, bro. Sadly. So yeah, you're right, but it's just that happens with so many series. It's like, yeah.
I just like Goofy. I'm like,
Persona 5 is for sure goated.
Or like people talk about the rhyme.
That shit is fire.
I feel like it's deeper. I think it's like unfortunately. I think it's deeper than a lot of people. Like just like the other games has the same nuance. Just like it feels too modern. People want to like say like it's and that. Like it's yap talk to me, or like saying like the on thing. I'm like, that's true, but like. I feel like it doesn't. That's the only. That's like a bad part of it. Like it doesn't like make the game like a failure or any contextually like a bad part. Like if you like I said, if you understand like really like Japanese culture, I feel like the game makes more sense for that audience. The Westerners just feels like a little bit disanalogous sometimes, but doesn't feel like it make it a bad story or even like.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I mentioned that in my tier list video. If anybody, shameless plug. But Persona 5 actually reflects a lot of Japanese culture. Yeah, like you said, Klcoma, because a lot of people have this perception of Japan that it's this very robotic, monotone society where everybody's exactly the same. It's very authoritarian. But the history of Japan is actually filled with, quote unquote, the spirit of rebellion, as it is in Persona 5. And that's why, people forget Persona 5 was made by a Japanese audience. They know about this stuff. It's about rebelling against the status quo. And it's.
I think some of their like Shido was like actually like a real like based like the real life like actually happened, like somebody like was doing.
Oh, I didn't know about
that. Like a corrupt, like a really corrupt politician. Like there was, I don't know.
I didn't know about that. I gotta lock his ass up.
I literally watched like 10 hours worth of video essays on these games just to like understand like more contextualization. Because like of course I played and like I understand the game, but like. Just like I know how RPGs like fantasy settings and European settings work like through us because they're like ubiquitous, but like I don't understand like JRPGs that well. Like I'm not Japanese, so I'm not gonna pretend like to know what's going on that side of the world. So watching somebody like talk about that's actually been through or understands it applies a lot of contextual information like why it was like or understanding the mythology behind it or like the warring states or even like the political landscape of that side is interesting. So I'm like I don't know the YouTuber's name, but if you look it up, there's like 5 other.
Whoa, we're not giving free promo to anybody except.
No.
Relax, bro.
Hey, she is fire. I don't know her name. But there's a video.
There's a video that's really good. The community, okay? Atlus, we need those collective boxes. Like, we would need to do box openings.
Well, you saying that, but you got the free copy of Persona 3, right?
Why are you putting me on
this? You already in.
There's a difference between the free copy and digital.
He knows the CEO of Atlus.
Why didn't they look up my address? Like, they didn't send it to me. They just said, "Oh, here's a code." And then I won the PlayStation code. They gave me Steam. Like, shouts out Atlus, but it's kind of crazy. I'm just saying. I'm seeing people with the collector's edition boxes and shit. Like, it'd be like that. Yeah, one day.
All right. Well, if that's all we got to talk about, we can wrap here because I got to go pee.
Yeah, same.
Alcohol. Thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like.
Please do.
Subscribe. Go subscribe to Klcoma. Plug your channel real quick.
It's Klcoma with an extra 2 A's, I think. Yeah, 2 A's at the end, and that's it,
There we go.
Link down below. We chilling. I make interviews and shit, with the gang. I'm talking to content creators, make some manga videos. I need to release videos now. I'm kind of laid back. I'm tweaking, but I got a good amount.
So go subscribe to him too, yeah. And then Sammy,
Please
plug
follow me.
yourself.
Hey, channel Samuel.
That sounded crazy, but
Okay, see, they already ruined my shit segment. Channel Sammy was here. You know, I actually have a whole playthrough of Persona 3 Reload, minus the parts that, you know, I like to immerse myself as well off camera. So it's mainly like the boss fights and a lot of cool little parts of social links. But yeah, about a good 10-part series. And yeah, aside from that, I have a lot of just anime related stuff like Star Rail, which, you know, takes a lot of inspiration from Persona. I would play literally all of that 24/7, like story, things like that.
Honkai Star Rail.
Yep, Honkai Star. Appreciate you. You know, I was like, I'm drunk, I'm tweaking, but
Yeah,
like a whole bunch of just stuff like that. And yeah, appreciate you taking a look. You know, I'm a huge Persona fan. All of us are. So you know, I'd love to have some more of y'all over there,
all
and
of us,
you know, be able to make excuses to make more Persona content because I'm obsessed with it. So yeah.
Yes, comment below on all of our channels if you want to see more Persona related
Yes,
things, because
yes.
I think all three of us can say we're all down to make Persona content,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
Y'all don't know. We're about this shit. We're about this shit.
It's unnecessary. Like
We're about it. Yeah, it's high key glazing, but I'm down to glaze.
hell yeah.
All right, but thank y'all for watching. That's the video. Peace.